Are you ready? Are you ready? It's time for Effingham Hearts football on your home for local sports. 97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sidelines for pregame information.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Canton High School. We're on Fanistock Field at Canton High School for Class 4A football action between the Effingham Hearts and the Canton Little Giants. I'm Greg Sapp alongside Dustin White. Flex is back at the studios this afternoon. He'll keep us up to date and on the air. And, of course, Wayne's here videotaping all the activity. Watch for it on the website later in the weekend on 979xfm.com. And it's a beautiful afternoon and a perfect football Saturday.
Yeah, a little bit on the chilly side. Cold enough that Wayne's got a coat on out there. But other than that, a little bit of breeze. The sun's out. The field looks like it's in good shape. I don't think you could ask for much more on November 1st than what we've got right now.
Absolutely. Good crowd on hand, too. And a lot of people made the trip from Effingham. That's very gratifying, and I know the kids will like that when they look up here in the bleachers and see all the red and white and green up here. Meanwhile, purple is a sea over there across the field from us. We're on the Effingham side of the field. The Hearts fans are right below us here at Canton High School. And it's an older stadium, but nice, and couldn't ask for nicer people. We've really appreciated all the cooperation we've had from everybody here. And I want to give a special shout out, in case anybody knows him in Effingham, to Kevin Stevenson. Kevin works at the Mid-American National Bank here in Canton, and he is the public address announcer and old radio guy, so he was a lot of help to me earlier in the week. Sent me pronunciations on all the Canton kids, so we ought to be good to go there. And, of course, lots of people here. The athletic director and others have been very kind to us, so we appreciate that. 3-hour trip. We left at 9:30 and we got here at 12:33, so we nailed it.
It is a little way to come, but as long as the Hearts come away with the victory, I don't think anyone's going to be complaining too much. And hey, we probably won't be complaining too much anyway, because it's nice to be back in the playoffs. It's nice to be calling a game in the 10th week of the season. That's
exactly right. Last time we did this was in 2011. And that's when the team played against Mount Zion. We drew the conference opponent in the first week that week, and that was after Grant Johnson's departure, and the kids played great, but Mount Zion came away with a win. And since then, it's been a couple of dry years, but here we are back. This is 18 times that Effingham's made the football playoffs, and in, say, 30 years of football, that's pretty good.
Absolutely, and of course, as we've mentioned, and we talked about a lot last week, a nice way to send Coach McDonald away. He's going to retire after this year, and it's nice for him to be able to retire after coaching at least one more playoff game, hopefully more.
Yeah, exactly so. The way it works, under the football playoff setup, we'll come home next week if we win. We'll be home regardless of the opponent. We're higher seeded than the one, and the other is home this weekend, so we're going to be home either way next week.
Yeah, Bloomington Central Catholic is playing against Greenville right now, and that one's in the first quarter. I believe it's 12-7 in favor of Bloomington Central Catholic the last time I saw, but as we mentioned, that was pretty early on. And either way, that's going to be a really tough second-round opponent if you can get through Canton, which won 7 games this year.
We're going to talk about Canton and about a whole lot more here on the pregame show. Right now, we'll take a break. Back with more. It's Effingham at Canton, first round of the 4A football playoffs. Back with more in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
All the football playing schools of the Illinois High School Association, welcome to Ron Fanistock Field at Memorial Stadium for today's Class 4A football game between the Effingham Flaming Hearts and the Canton Little Giants. Just one in a statewide series that will crown 8 champions Thanksgiving weekend at Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Illinois. The Class 4A championship game will be played Friday, November 28th at 7 p.m.
Right now on the field, the captains are headed out to meet with the officials and the captains from the Canton Ball Club. Canton, again, last in the playoffs in 2005, so none of these kids for Canton have any idea about this playoff experience.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. This is a program that you go back a ways, and for a long time they didn't have a lot of turnover in their coaching staff. I mean, from 1972 to 2004, they had 2 coaches in the program, and they made a bunch of playoff appearances from 91 to 2004. In fact, they got in 10 times over that span of years under Coach Steve Graves. Since then, it's been a little bit different. They've been, as you mentioned, one time since 2004. That was in the 2005 season. 2005-2006 school year, and that's it. And this is the first year in Canton for Coach Ryan Pearson, and so he has made his presence known, getting his team in right away.
They are meeting at center. I always want to say center court, the 50-yard line, out on the little giant emblem, and it looks like, we'll double check here, the Hearts won the toss, and they deferred as they, well, let's see, the Hearts are going to receive. Hearts are going to receive.
That would tell me that Canton probably won the toss. Their fans cheered quite a bit there, too, so it would lead me to believe that they're maybe getting what they want there.
Hearts will be defending the north goal, the goal to our right, if you're looking at your personal listening device. So just to get you an update on that. Again, it's a beautiful afternoon. And want to mention the officiating crew includes Mark DiMarzio. If you're a basketball fan, you've seen Mark call a lot of ball games down in our area. He's the referee for the game this afternoon. He hails out of Springfield, so Mark DiMarzio with some Crawford County ties too, so he'll be our referee for this afternoon's football game. Hearts head out, and we're just about ready to play football. Thanks for joining us. Again, a reminder, Wayne's here videotaping the ball game, so check it out later in the weekend on 979xfm.com. Hearts check in at 6-3. Canton is 7-2. And we're just about ready for football action. I was right the first time. The Hearts are going to receive. They'll again defend the goal to our north. 97.9 XFM, WXEF in Effingham. Let's get it underway. There's the kickoff. It goes to the far side of the field. That's Berger. And Nick Berger runs up the right sidelines and is taken down, but he gets outside the 30-yard line, so pretty good field position for the Hearts to start the football game. Nick Berger gets that football a lot on this kickoff situation, and again out the 30 to the 32-yard line, so the Hearts will set up shop at their own 32-yard line to start the game.
About an 18-yard return for Nick Berger, who's probably returned more kicks than anybody else on this Effingham squad.
One of the seniors on this team. Kevin Doherty's going to start up under center on 1st and 10, and here we go. And off to the deep back, that's Zach Miller picking his way through the crowd. Still on his feet. He's still on his feet. He's to midfield and into Canton territory before they finally take him down. And Dustin, you and I talked on the way up, and that might just make a statement if Zach registers a big gain on the first play of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about would Effingham, do something tricky and maybe throw the ball since they have such a reputation for running, but we decided if they're going to come out running, then it would be nice for Zach Miller to put a big one on the board. He gets all the way to the other 48-yard line there.
20-yard gain on the first play of the game. Doherty stays up under center on a new set of downs. Miller again coming up the middle this time, spins his way inside the 45 before he goes down. So good yardage on first down. Spotted the football right at the 45, so a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and 7. There is a flag on the play, and it's against Canton. So let's see where they lay it down. It's a major infraction, and the Hearts are going to end up with the ball inside Canton's 30-yard line. So the flag was thrown at the 44, Dustin, so a gain of 4 on the play, and then a 15-yarder takes it to the 29, and the Hearts have it 1st and 10 at Canton's 29-yard line.
So probably a
major infraction and a new set of downs at Canton's 29. They shift Billy to the right. Here's the pitch to Miller. Zach's got some running. He's got some blocking. He's inside the 20 or near the 20 before they take him down. Good gain on first down. Took it well inside the 25-yard line. So the Hearts moving the football on their first possession, scored at the 22-yard line, gain of 7. Bring up a 2nd and 3.
So Zach Miller putting up big chunks of yardage to get started, and that's what you wanted to see. If the Hearts are going to get the ball first, they are establishing that running game that has carried them so far this season.
My bad, gain of 6 to the 23, I'm sorry. Here's the play. Deep back, Miller almost lost it. Picks it up, coming to the near side. Got a lot of room, and he's near the 15, and there's another flag. Let's see what that's about. I didn't see any Hearts out there, so this could be good news again. Miller near the 15-yard line. The flag's thrown at about the 18-yard line. Let's see what this is about. Could be a hold. The officials talking it over. Mark DiMarzio, the referee, will let us know here in a minute what's up. It's taking a while to sort out. And it is a hold, and it's on the Hearts. So not good news. Again, Miller got the ball to the 15 on the drive. And so the ball is going to end up offsetting penalties. Offsetting penalties is what happened. The Hearts got the hold, but a call on Canton as well. Offsetting penalties, so they'll do it over. And it's 2nd and 3 at the 23.
Okay.
Each team got a personal, or a penalty. Miller up the gut, spins inside the 20. Decent yardage. From the 23, and it is shy of a first down. They'll spot it inside the 20 at the 19, a gain of 4, Dustin. And that'll bring up a 3rd.
Couldn't be much.
Excuse me, he did get the first down.
I thought so.
There you go. They did move the sticks. First down. He got 4 and needed 3. So first down for the Hearts at the 19. Sorry. Got to adjust to this angle. Here's a pitch play to Miller coming to the near side. They've stacked it up pretty well this time, and he stopped, I think, for no gain. That time Canton reacted well. He came to the near side, and they were waiting.
Yeah, 3 or 4 guys got a hand on him by the time he was brought down. Just not a whole lot of room there for Zach after some pretty solid runs early on in this game.
So 1 yard loss back to the 20. That'll make it 2nd and 11. First drive of the game, 9:07 to go in the opening quarter. 4A football action here at Canton High School. Home of the Little Giants. Doherty stays up under center. Fakes the pass, fakes the handoff. Now he is going to throw. Gets away from a defender. About lost it, gets it back, and down he goes for a sack. He's taken down back near the 30-yard line. Well, that just involved so much time that Canton had plenty of time to react. The ball again came loose from Kevin. It came back into his hands. He got away from one defender, but couldn't get away from the next one. And down he goes back to the 29-yard line. A 9-yard loss on that sack. And it's 3rd and 20. But remember, the Hearts are still in great field position here, so let's see what they can pull out of their bag of tricks here on 3rd and 20.
Yeah, a couple things. I mean, if you get a big gain, obviously you could think about going for it on 4th. You've got a kicker who can do a pretty good job. You're still pretty far back for that right now, but if you could even get a nice chunk of yardage here on your 3rd down play, it could give you that option as well.
Yeah, you're inside the 30. It's 2-down territory here. Going to throw, looking to the near side. Here they come. He got the throw away, and it's incomplete, and there's a pass interference. Drew Vasquez was clearly up for that ball, and somebody whacked him. Kevin Doherty got hit just as he let that ball go. That was a heck of a pass considering he got hit when he let that go. But that's going to be pass interference, I think. It should be enough. Let's see what happens. That looked like pass interference to me, though.
Yeah, it is.
And there is the call. Now, Drew Vasquez went up for that ball and had a young man on him.
So that's a couple of pretty major penalties called against Canton on this first possession. That one especially extending an Effingham drive where things looked like they might be stalling out.
So a 15-yard pass play. It's still 3rd down. This isn't the NFL. So it's about 3rd and 6.
Makes a big difference, though.
It's at the 14, so 15 yards from the spot, from the line of scrimmage.
It gives you 2 plays to gain 6 yards instead of 2 plays to gain 19 yards.
You bet. Doherty stays under center on 3rd and 6, deep back. It's Miller up the middle. He's got some room. He's inside the 5, and they're inside the 10, near the 6-yard line. Sorry, folks, stay with me. I'm going to get used to this angle here in a minute. He's inside the 10, near the 6, and that should be enough for a first down. And it is. First down for the Hearts from the 14 to the 6 to the 7. Gain of 7, Dustin. So it's first and goal for Effingham at the 7-yard line of Canton. Doherty will stay up under center on first and goal. Shizhart to the near side. They run it up the gut, still on his feet. Touchdown Effingham, I think.
No signal yet.
Boy, I thought I heard my apologies. I thought I heard the public address announcer yell touchdown.
That was Billy Arndt carrying the football there.
Sorry about that. Gain of 4 to the 3-yard line. So second and goal at the 3.
Well, let's just hope that it's a...
Maybe it's foreshadowing of what I thought I saw.
Exactly.
Doherty's going to stay up under center. Second and goal at the 3. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Miller. Look at the hole. Touchdown Effingham. Man, nobody touched him. 6-0 Hearts. A well-engineered drive. Comes with 6:59 to go in the opening quarter. Zach Miller from 3 yards out, and the Hearts are on the scoreboard first. 6-0 Effingham. Again, the score comes with 6:59 to go in the opening quarter, and the Hearts will kick for 1. And boy, I tell you, I love getting on the board first. Love getting on the board first. Michael Carey to kick from Doherty's hold. And they jump, so that'll bring it half the distance. Let's see whether the Hearts jumped or who jumped first. It's encroachment on them, so that'll move it to the 1.5-yard line. Looks like we're still going to kick. 6-0 Effingham on a 3-yard touchdown run by Zach Miller. His 25th touchdown of the season. The record is 28 in a season. Let's try it again here on the try for the extra point. Good snap. Placement set, kicks up, and it looks plenty good, and it is good. 7-0 Effingham. 6:59 to go opening quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes, or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
Well, a nice drive to open the game. Effingham 9 plays, 68 yards. It took 5:01 off the clock. That's patented Effingham offense. And highlighted by the 3-yard touchdown run by Zach Miller. Kick by Michael Carey was good, and the Hearts are on the board 7-0 with 6:59 to go in the opening quarter.
43 rushing yards for Zach Miller on that opening possession.
Here's Carey's kickoff, high end over end, right down the middle of the field, and it's grabbed and dropped. And he picks it back up, the Canton player does. Now he gets loose, and now this is when you see big returns sometimes. He's still on his feet, and Alex Ramos says, I'll take care of him. Ramos takes him down. It's outside the 20-yard line, but shy of the 25. Let's see about the spot of the football. Yeah, he almost got away, but Carter Kistler, credit where credit's due, Carter Kistler got that tackle for Effingham at the 24-yard line. Boy, we're down just up above field level. I'm used to some height. It's a little bit of an adjustment to see the field, but we're going to be all right. 1st and 10 for Canton at the 24-yard line. Cole Schroetz, their quarterback, working from the shotgun. There's the handoff. They run it up the gut, and they get it near the 30-yard line. So a decent run on first down. Quentin Reed carried the football for Canton. He does a lot. He's their leading ground gainer by a bundle. Go to the 29. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Lovely afternoon here in Canton. Cool, but a lot of sunshine. Here's the snap. Handoff up the gut, and down he goes. Whoop. He was blocked one spot. Tries to go to the far side. Still on his feet. He's out across the 30. And near the 33-yard line. Could be a first down. We'll check here in a second. They're going to call it the 32-yard line on that gain by Reed. So from the 29 to the 32, a gain of 3. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 2. 3rd and about 2 for the Little Giants for a first down. Ran out of bounds, stopped the clock with 6:14 to go. They're going to pass here on 3rd and 2. Schroet throws to the near side. It's caught out here for a first down. He's out across the 45-yard line. Michael Carey ran him out of bounds. Catch made by Andrew Kane. He's a senior. And he makes the grab, and the ball is out across the 40 to the 46-yard line. So from the 32 to the 46, a 14-yard pass completion and a first down for Canton. So 3rd and short, and they went to the air, as they will a lot this afternoon. Here's the snap as they rush it up. Reed on the handoff. Hart's had him stopped. He's still not going to get much. Out across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
We've seen Reed tough to take down a couple times so far, bouncing out and getting off of the tacklers and getting a little extra yardage there. He gets it out to the 47, though. Only a yard gain on the play.
Arndt and Boggs and Durbin all on the stop there to the 47, as you said. A gain of 1 at 2nd and 9. To the shotgun, throw out here in the flats. It's caught, and then immediately he's going to go down. Nice work by Michael Carey, the cornerback, to wrap him up. The catch was made out here by Brennan Bergstrahl, but Carey was there to wrap him up in a hurry. Just a 1-yard gain to the 48, and so it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that's all right. 1-yard passes don't hurt anything too much.
And it's 3rd down. They're only going to gain a yard of play. That'll work.
Yeah, those screen plays, that's what you get sometimes is the defense closes in quickly like we did.
Again from the shotgun, coming to the near side. Stroll's going to go deep, and it's caught and dropped. 4th down.
Nope.
No, he caught it. It went up in the air after it hit his hands, and he caught it again. And it's complete, and it's a 1st down. Vasquez had to come and make the tackle. The ball got loose and stayed in the air long enough for him to get under that. What a heck of an effort.
Cameron Lucas with the concentration there to haul that one in.
And it's a 1st down to the Hearts' 21-yard line. 31-yard pass completion to the Hearts' 21-yard line. Holy cow, I thought that was incomplete. Here's the handoff. Reed again. They run him up the middle. Now they're looking and they stop him. Might have got a yard. He's just inside the 20-yard line. So Reed's their man. They're riding that horse all they can. They'll call it the 19, gain of 2 at 2nd and 8.
Reed has had to take a lot of hits for those 11 yards he's picked up on 4 carries.
Holy cow. Boy, I thought that pass was incomplete. Here's the pass. No, he's going to run. Now he pitches it.
Option.
And they got Reed dead to rights, and he is finally taken down at about the 18. All that play is going to gain us about a yard, as it turns out. Hartz did a nice job of stringing that out. Schroet ran to the far side, kept Reed back there, pitched it to him. Well, obviously that's going to go backwards, and by the time they got that all taken care of, the Harts stuffed it, and it's at the 18-yard line, so a 1-yard gain on all of that. So 3rd and 7 at the 18. Again from the shotgun. Schroet's going to throw. Comes to the near side. It's caught out here. He got around one defender. He's taken down near the 10-yard line. That's going to be really near a 1st down. Boy, had one man to beat. He spun off him. Hart's deep guys came up and made the stop just outside the 10-yard line. And that's going to be really close, and they're going to bring the chains out to make sure.
Well, so far, Schroet throwing the ball nice and accurate, and has done a good job, moving around in the pocket a little bit. Tough guy to pursue, so he's going to be one to keep an eye on all afternoon.
And they got the 1st down. Boy, the nose of the football, just outside the 11-yard line. So from the 18 to the 10, a gain of 8, and that's enough for a 1st down. So now you're 1st and 10, just outside the 10. Harts are on the board. They lead at 7-0, but Canton looked like they had their drive stopped a couple of times, but they've come up with big 3rd down plays. Schroet's going to stay in the shotgun here outside the 10-yard line. There's the pass, or the snap. He hands it to Reed, and Reed is stuffed, maybe for a loss. Nice work by the Harts defense, and a late flag now from the far side of the field. Let's see what that's about. They're talking to Canton, so it looks like it's going to come against them.
Something to do with the face mask is what they're going to call.
Face mask. And it's on the Harts. Face mask on Effingham, and that's going to move it. Face mask penalty on the Harts. And they're going to score it at the 5-yard line, half the distance to the goal. So from the 10 to the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal just outside the 5-yard line.
So apparently no gain on the play there, and then that was tacked on to the end of the play.
So here's the handoff. Reed up the middle, gets it inside the 5. And maybe a yard or 2 here on the play. Hart comes up for the stop. One good back tackles the other. To the 4-yard line. So a gain really of just 1. So second and goal at the 4. So Canton knocking on the door here. Hearts lead at 7-0. We're still in the first quarter. Schroet stays in the shotgun with Reed by his side and keeps it up the gut, and he is close. And is he in? I still don't see the official. There's the call. Touchdown, Canton. So Schroet kept and takes it in from 4 yards out, and that makes it a 7-6 ball game. Score comes with 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Boy, that was a couple of big third down plays that Canton really pulled it out. Their kicker is Ethan Hoffman. He's a junior, and the Hearts rush, and I think they're going to call for offside just like Canton did on the Hearts extra point attempt. So half the distance. Let's see if they still kick. That's exactly what happened and gave the Hearts a little closer range. So now they'll still try the extra point. They're still going to kick from Bradley Henseler's hold. Hoffman to kick here. There's the snap, the placement, the kick's up, and it looks good, and it's not good. We must add another penalty. The side official waves it off, so we'll do it again here. We're already at the 1.5.
Yep.
See what Mark DiMarzio tells us this is about. He always talks to the home side. False start on Canton, so that'll move it back now. So that'll be 5 yards because it's not half the distance the other way. So it's now back out across the 5 to about the 7. So they'll set it up at the 15. So now this is a 25-yard extra point try. So let's see what happens here. Hoffman's going to be worn out. There's the placement. There's the kick, and the Hearts might have got a hand on it, but it's still good. Tie game, 7-7. 2:54 to go. First quarter, back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family. You can depend on us for all your health needs. Over 20 years of service to our community. Call 342-9393. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family.
All right, 7-7 as Canton comes back to score. Ball hits at the 20 and now gets an Effingham bounce out to about the 25, and Berger ran up, dove for it, and rolled over the top of it and secured that ball for Effingham. So the Hearts get it outside the 20. Call it the 24-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop on this drive.
That ball had a weird flight on it and checked up when it hit the ground.
Berger covered it up to make sure there was no problem. 12 plays, 76 yards on that drive by Canton. Took 4:05 off the clock, highlighted by the quarterback Schroet taking it in from 4 yards out. The kick was good, and we're tied at 7-7. So let's see what the Hearts can do here. 1st and 10 at their 24. And they saw something as yet another flag is thrown. Playoff officials don't miss a thing. It's against the Hearts. It's a procedure penalty. I don't know, I saw a guy shift, but apparently more than one person shifted. That's the only thing I can figure. It drives it back 4 yards to the 19. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Hearts now. So when they score, it'll be even more impressive. So 1st and 15 now at the 19-yard line.
Certainly one way to put a positive spin on it, Greg.
Doherty stays up under center on 1st and more than a bunch, and driving it up the middle, Mr. Travis Durbin, and he gets it out across the 20 near the 25-yard line. First time the Hearts have run it with the up back in the person of Durbin to the 24, 23, 23, gave him 4, and it's 2nd and 6.
Give him a little different look there.
Excuse me, 2nd and 11 after the 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 11. Doherty to the deep back this time. That's Zach Miller, and down he goes, and maybe for no gain, maybe a yard. Tried to come to the near side. Nope, no gain. Just outside the 23. So basically it's 3rd and 10 and a half as the ball's just between the 23 and 24-yard lines. Out comes Durbin, in comes Vasquez. That means sometimes the pass is in order.
Yep.
Although Durbin would want me to be sure and let you know he does have a touchdown reception this season. All right, let's see what happens here. Third just outside 10. Doherty stays up under center. Rolls to the far side. Got some time. There's the throw. He's got it. Billy Arndt. Or is it Noah Lohman?
Noah Lohman.
Noah Lohman. And the catch is good.
Yeah, he had to lay out for that one, and then he made sure to show it to the official. Hey, I got this, and he did. Out to the 36. Great concentration there. Nice play.
23 to the 36, a gain of 13 yards, and the Hearts come up with one on a third down situation and get the first down. So Hearts can throw the ball, folks. Don't forget. Doherty up under center on 1st and 10. Hand off deep back this time. Miller got tripped. Boy, he had a good hold, but they tripped him. He's still on his feet. There's the whistle now as he ends up falling back on top of Wyatt Cayley back there, one of his blockers. They never did actually take him down, but obviously he was in the grasp. We saw a game a couple of weeks ago when I wanted in the grasp, and I didn't get it, did I? Out to the 38-yard line, a gain of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. I have a long memory. 7-7, Effingham and Canton. Under a minute to go in the first quarter here at Canton High School in Fulton County, Illinois. Not sure I'd ever been in Fulton County before today. Doherty up under center, 2nd and 8. There's the snap rolling, froze to the far side, got it out there to Vasquez, still on his feet out near the 45-yard line, very near a first down. Yeah, I didn't see but one man on him, so the Hearts may try to exploit that a little more, as I didn't see anybody come up to help. From the 38 to the 45, it is very close to a first down, about a half a yard shy, so it'll be third about a half a yard. Durbin back in, Vasquez out now after he makes the catch.
It seemed like Canton had the opposite side of the line overloaded a little bit, so a lot of good one-on-one matchup for Vasquez over on the other side, and he makes a good catch there.
About a half a yard for a first down. Doherty again up under center. The up back got it, and look at him dive over the line. And the Hearts have the first down in the person of Billy the Beast. He eventually goes down near the 48-yard line, but the bottom line is the Hearts have a first down.
I was getting a little nervous seeing a running back leave his feet right there in the middle of a pile, because you know there's some linebacker that's just waiting to hit him in midair and knock him backwards. But he landed on his feet at the, looks like the 47, and got the first down.
Gain of 2, and the Hearts have a new set of downs and still 29 seconds to go in this first quarter. Well, Billy is a track man. He'll be the first to tell you, but he emphasizes the field part of track and field. So I may think about a hurdling career here. So the ball's at the 47, and the Hearts have it 1st and 10. They should get one more play off here before the end of the first quarter. 8 on the play clock. There's the snap. Hand off deep back. That's Miller, and nothing. Canton was waiting and might have even he might got back line of scrimmage.
Got back to the line of scrimmage there.
To the 47, and that'll end the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in this Class 4A football playoff game at Canton. It's Effingham 7, Canton 7, here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Dustin would need more ink in his pen for the game we were also checking on, because the winner of this will play either Bloomington Central Catholic or Greenville next weekend. And in the second quarter, it's Bloomington Central Catholic 40, Greenville 21.
I might have quit already.
That's
actually.
in the second quarter, man.
Forget about my pen working or not. I might have just gone home already.
Winner of that one plays the winner of this one next weekend. 7-7 here as we start the second quarter. Doherty up under center. Hearts of all at their 47-yard line. Zach Miller got away from one defender, got away from another one, spins into Canton territory at about the 48-yard line.
The initial penetration got to him back around the line of scrimmage, but that time he was able to spin away and make a little something out of it. Gets to the Canton 49, a 4-yard gain. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get that much.
Once he got by the first guy, it's like he used the patented spin move.
Yeah.
Got 4 out of it. You're right, to 2nd and 6, and they're into Canton territory at the 49-yard line again, just into the second quarter. Kevin Doherty, the Hearts quarterback, checks the sidelines, double checks the call. Mike Walker says, run this. Doherty up under center. Gonna throw. Looking to the far side. Got a man. There's the pass. Over his head, incomplete.
I was getting a little nervous as Quentin Reed was coming around the left edge, and he beat his blocker and had a bearing on Doherty, but Doherty got rid of it just in time.
So that stops the clock with 11:11 to go in the second quarter, and it'll bring up a fourth down, and
yes,
6.
Yep.
So the Hearts tried the pass play on third down. Pass was too high, incomplete. And we now have a whistle and a timeout. Timeout Canton. Timeout Little Giants with 11:11 to go, second quarter. Back in a minute. Flex at 7-7, Effingham and Canton. Here at Canton on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this is Ben. Yeah, we have that. I'll send it. Thank you. Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
All right, so it's 4th and 6 for the Hearts at Canton's 49-yard line. This early in the game, you got to figure you're kicking it away. But Doherty, the punter, is the quarterback, so anything could happen. They set it up. There's the snap. And he takes his time and kicks it and going to kick it out of bounds. Got it off the side of his foot and kicks it out of bounds. It goes out near the 20-yard line.
Kevin's body language would tell me he wasn't real thrilled with that one.
No, wanted to get it deeper than that.
Yeah.
To the, 20, from the 48 to about the 28. 20-yard punt. 29-yard line, in fact. So a 19-yard kick. He was trying to get it deep and kicked it out of bounds instead. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Canton at their 29-yard line. So a 19-yard punt. And that's where Canton will set up shop here with 11:05 to go in the second quarter in this 7-7 game. Hearts and Canton at Canton on a lovely Saturday afternoon. Class 4A football playoff action. Schroet from the shotgun. Hands it off to Reed. No, he kept. Schroet kept. He comes to the near side. Several people didn't get him. And finally, Doherty came up and got him. But he got outside the 35-yard line before they did. And a good gain on first down.
Yeah, he'll do that. Ran for well over 600 yards this year, so that's certainly a part of their bag of tricks.
To the 37, a gain of 8. And it's 2nd and 2. 7-7 game. Winner will take on either Greenville or BCC next weekend. Schroet again from the shotgun. Hand off to Reed. No, he's going to throw. Comes across the middle. He's got a man there, and it's caught. Into Effingham territory. 2 guys fell down. He's still on his feet. Going to the far side. All kinds of people missing tackles. He gets the ball inside the 20 to the 10 to the 5, and it's a touchdown for Canton.
I thought for sure he was wrapped up after he caught that. He had to come back for it. Hesitated a little bit, but nobody could bring him down. Ran all the way down to the sideline from midfield. The next thing you know, it's a 63-yard touchdown.
Now, let's see about, they're going to set up for 1. So the pass play covers 63 yards. I thought there might have been a little help on one block, but must have got him at an angle instead of from the back. And so the touchdown stands, and it's 13-7 Canton. Now they're going to kick for 1. Ball's down. Here's the kick, end over end. It's good. 14-7 Canton on a 63-yard touchdown pass. Score comes with 10:16 to go in the second quarter. 14-7 Canton leading Effingham. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Here's the kickoff from the 40. Line drive down the middle. It's grabbed right at the 10 by Zach Miller. Going to the far side, got a good head of steam up. He's out across the 25 near the 30 before they take him down. That's where the Hearts will start this drive with 10-11 to go in the second quarter. Well, it was Cameron Lucas that caught the touchdown pass a moment ago for Canton. That ended up being a 63-yard score. The kick was good. 2 plays, 71 yards. It took 47 seconds. So Canton has the lead, 14-7 here at Canton with 10-11 to go. Hearts will get it 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line. So let's see what happens here. Doherty's worked up under center all this game. Let's see what happens here. He's going to stay there on 1st and 10. Miller, the lone back. He gets the handoff, going to the far side, picks his way through the traffic and gets it out across the 35-yard line. Good gain on 1st down for Effingham.
That's what you like to see there. Now, you know, it doesn't necessarily move the chains, but gives you a lot of options as you get it out to the 35. Gives you a lot of different things that you can do here with your 2nd down play.
From the 29 to the 35, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Effingham got on the board. Canton has scored twice now. 14-7, Little Giants. Doherty up under center on 2nd and 4. Deep back again. Miller coming to the near side. Get him a block, boys. He's still on his feet, and he's taken down at about the 38. 38, a gain of about 3, so we're still going to be shy of a 1st down. Let's call it the 39 now, Dustin. Gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and about a half a yard.
Chase Mayhew Mummert with the tackle there, and he's the leading tackler for this Canton team. He came out of the linebacker spot and chased Miller down before he could get much going.
Hearts set up in the eye this time with Durbin, the up back. Doherty up under center, going to the deep back. That's Miller. Zach picking his way through traffic. He's out across the 40, and that'll be enough for a Hearts 1st down, and then we'll regroup from there. Hearts get the 1st down, though, at the 42-yard line. The sideline official tells me a gain of 3. Needed 1, got 3, and a new set of downs for Effingham.
Very workmanlike 1st down there. Set of downs there for the Hearts. No real big plays there, but just good hard football and moving forward, keeping it churning.
Bring Durbin over now to the tight end spot. Got Miller in the deep back spot and Billy in the slot. So that's how we're setting up on this one on offense on 1st and 10. Doherty stays under center. There's the snap. Again, it's Miller. Zach again looking for help, and down he goes out near the 44-yard line. Not much on 1st down that time. Canton's reacting well. Spot of the football to the 44, gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 65 yards for Miller on 15 carries. But quite a bit of yardage, but it's taken him several touches to get there so far.
Thing is, when you bust one, those numbers go up.
That's true. He does have a 20-yarder on his 1st carry of the game, so we know he's capable.
All right, man in the slot. You got Miller, the deep back, the pitch. They bring it to the near side. Wyatt Cayley out here in front looking for a block. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 40, and now he goes at about the 38-yard line of Canton, and the Hearts have a new 1st down.
I'll tell you who threw the monster block on that play. Billy Arndt just sent a guy flying, and that was fun to watch. He absolutely leveled somebody out there, and
Billy the Beast.
That's what he's there for. He's a good runner. He's tough to bring down, but his blocking is pretty tough too, and that's we saw an example of it on that play.
From Effingham's 44 to Canton's 38. That's a gain of 18 yards. And another 1st down for Effingham at Canton's 38-yard line. Doherty stays under center. Miller, the deep back, gets the handoff. Came to the near side, turns it up, and gets to the 35 on 1st down. And
a little bit of extra stuff going on there on the pile, But no flags come flying. I thought you might see it, but
a little chippy.
Yep.
No flag, though, to the 35, a gain of 3 at 2nd and 7. It's 14-7. Canton leads just outside 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. If the Hearts win, they know they'll be home next week, regardless of who wins between Greenville and Bloomington Central Catholic. Hearts are seated higher than BCC, and Greenville's home this week. Doherty up under center. There's the handoff. Hits up the gut, and still on his feet. Billy Arndt, he's loose!
Might be gone.
10, 5, taken down near the 1-yard line. Boy, I tell you, you have that bunched formation. It's worked for 25 years almost for Coach. And all of a sudden, somebody will pop out of there, and then you're really happy. They're going to score it at the 2-yard line. From the 35 to the 2, a gain of 33 yards for Billy Arndt. and the Hearts have it first and goal at the Canton 2-yard line.
Cameron Lucas chased him down. That was the only thing standing between Billy Arndt and the end zone, and he just couldn't quite sneak it across the pylon there.
All right, so first and goal at the 2. Here's the time for nobody to make mistakes. They've got Durbin in at the up back spot, Miller at the deep back spot. Doherty under center. It's to Durbin. He drives it up the middle, and is he in? No indication yet. They say he came up short, so it'll be second and goal. We'll see about the spot. Boy, the official's almost on the goal line. So the nose of the football must just be just shy of the goal line. So give him, I guess we can't give him 2, so give him 1 8/10. Boy, the nose of the football is just shy of the goal line.
I'll get right on that 8/10 on the score sheet here.
All right, so you got Durbin and Miller again. Billy in the slot. They drive it up the middle. Doherty in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Effingham. Let's see who comes out of there with it.
I think Doherty.
Well, I saw Kevin come up. I'm trying to double check. Was it Doherty? Okay, it was Kevin on the keep. From about a half yard out, he takes it in for the score. That makes it a 14-13 football game, and it comes with 6:02 to go in the second quarter. Carey to kick here for the tie from Doherty's hold. So Kevin Doherty, the quarterback sneak there, and he took it in for the score. 1 point away from a tie. Doherty to hold. Cole Moran to snap. There's the snap, the placement, the kick, it's up, and it looks good, and it is good, and we're tied. Hearts bounce right back and tie this ball game. 6:02 to go, second quarter. At Canton, it's Effingham 14, Canton 14. Kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Choose from over 10 acres of new Chevrolets and Toyotas during our model year closeout, going on now. On special sale is the #1 selling car in America, Toyota Camry. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or danheck.com online.
Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays from 9 to 1.
It was a nice drive. Patented Effingham drive. 9 plays, 71 yards, took 4:14, ran the ball a lot. Kevin Doherty sneaked it in from less than a yard. Michael Carey's kick good, and we're tied. 14-14 here at Canton. Here's Carey's kickoff, and he smoked it. Toward the far side, it's taken and goes out of bounds inside the 10, and that'll bring it back out. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for Canton to start this drive. Got a lot of foot on it, but it went out of bounds, so that'll bring it out to the 35, and that's where Canton will start this drive, 1st and 10. Again, last score we had, it was 40-21. Bloomington Central Catholic leading, first seeded in our bracket, Greenville. And it would be BCC and Effingham if both teams win.
They're gonna have Carey kick it again. So usually you see him just take the field position, but here they're going to ask Carey to come back to the 35 and re-kick.
Well, Michael say fine, I'll just kick it deeper.
He's certainly capable. So we'll see what he does here.
They want to give him a shot at a run back here after the Hearts have come back to tie this game. So Michael will kick from the 35 instead of the 40. He certainly has enough toe, you're right. Here's the kick. And he belts it and right down the middle. And it's taken at about the 15-yard line. They're going to run it up the gut. Hearts need to make a stop here. He's coming to the near side, still on his feet out across the 45-yard line before he's finally taken down. Again, that ball went down the middle. And down he goes. And the tackle is made for the Hearts by Hunter Dively. He's done a good job on special teams this season. Boy, the return is out to the 47-yard line.
So I guess it was a good call there to let Brandon Collier take that one, and he brings it out to the 47. A little bit better than it would have been.
Absolutely. So they have it 1st and 10 at their 47-yard line in a tie game. Schroet's going to stay in the shotgun. Here's a handoff. And he gets near midfield after the handoff, and boy, there's a way late flag. What's that about? As the handoff was to Quentin Reed to the 49, and the penalty's on the Hearts. And that was really late. I mean, the kid was down. So I don't know what the story is here. 5 yards. So tacked on from the end of the run. So he got from the 47 of us to the 49, or the 47 of them to the 49 of us. So a 4-yard gain there. Is that right? To the 46. That can't be right. So it was, just must have been a 5-yard walk-off. So
right.
That's all it was. To Effingham's 46. Schroet throws across the middle. It's tapped away and incomplete. Boy, they had a man out there. Nice work by Joe Neiman. Got a big paw up there and knocked that ball loose. Stops the clock with 5:38 to go in the second quarter. It'll bring up a 2nd and 3. So that explains it. He got 2 on the run. Then the 5-yard penalty. And that will add up to an 8-yard gain. That made it 1st and 3. And now the pass is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 3. Penalty came on 1st down, so this is 2nd and 3. They hand it off to Reed. He's picking his way through traffic, goes to the far side and gets inside the 45. So from the 46 to the 43, a gain of 3. And that'll be very close to a 1st down.
This one is going to be very close to a 1st down.
The sideline gentlemen say it's about a half a yard shy. The officials are going to, I think, bring the sticks out, though. Playoff game, they're not going to take any chances eyeballing something. So they're going to bring the chains out. It looks, according to the marker, that he's shy of the 1st down. We'll see here. So the chain gang here at Canton, I like the Arnold family, and their adopted son Kevin Allen at Effingham. These guys get some playoff action here, and it's shy, about a half a yard. So man here on the down marker, he knew his stuff.
That's right. He didn't flinch.
He says, hey, it's short. Why are you having to measure? So it's 3rd down and about a half a yard. The ball at Effingham's 43-yard line. 14-14 game, Effingham and Canton here at Canton. 5:17 to go in the second quarter. Hearts looking for their 7th win of the season. Both teams would be 7-3 if the Hearts win today, and one would be playing next week. Schroet shotgun like he has throughout the game. There's the snap. He's coming to the near side, going to throw. It's loose, and the Hearts may get it. Vasquez with the pick at about the 15-yard line. Hearts football. Boy, that was setting up pretty. They brought him to the near side. Schroet was on the roll to the near side, and so he didn't have his feet set. He let it go, and it had too much air under it.
Yep.
And it was anybody's football, and nice work by Drew Vasquez with a pick, and the Hearts get the football back.
So, Schroet had not been off the mark with a pass up to this point. And on that possession, he throws one incompletion and then gets picked off, and now Effingham with a chance to take the ball back and maybe get his first lead of the game. No, that's not right. I'm sorry. They had the lead to start, but retake the lead. How's that sound?
I like that. They have a shot now with the ball 1st and 10 at their 16, and they don't care because they got the ball back. Doherty up under center. Pitch to Miller. Zach looking to go to the far side. They string it out, but he's still on his feet, and he turns it up, and he's to the 25 and out near the 30-yard line. Good gain on 1st down.
Put a shoulder down into a guy along the sideline there. Just that tackler, or would-be tackler, bounced off of him, and it took a couple other Canton players to bring Zach down.
But there's a hold on the Hearts. There's a hold on the Hearts. My. Boy, that was a nice 1st down play. Flag's thrown right about the line of scrimmage. So that does not work well for Effingham. And the hold will bring the ball back even farther. The line of scrimmage was the 16, and now the hold. So let's see where the spot is. They were inside the 20, so is it half the distance? Should put the ball at about the 8. Let's see. It is at the 9-yard line. Half the distance from the 16 to the 9. That's about right. Here's a rushing play. They run it up the middle, and not a lot. Out across the 10, maybe. Billy Arndt carried the football, and it's a gain to the 11. So from the 9 to the 11, Dustin, a gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 15 because it stayed 1st down on the holding call. The ball out to the 11, a gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 15 now for the Hearts. 4:20 to go, second quarter. Tie game. Effingham and Canton tied at 14. Doherty stays up under center. Gonna throw. Coming to the near side. Looking. There's the throw. He's got him. It's caught out here across the 30-yard line. First down, Effingham. Nice grab by Noah Lohman.
That's 2 great catches for Noah Lohman in this game. Effingham's only completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to Lohman, and they've been pretty.
So the senior stepping up at the right time here in the playoff setting. The catch is out to the 33-yard line. So from the, where were we, 11 to the 33, a gain of 22 yards. And Noah Lohman steps up. Big, nice throw by Doherty. Nobody else was going to catch it except Noah. And a completion out to the 33-yard line, just like Curran McNeely used to throw the ball back in the day. He's standing here by me, I can say that. So a new set of downs for Effingham, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Doherty, pitch play. Miller coming to the far side, turns it up, got some good yardage. Out across the 40-yard line before they take him down, and very close to another first down. Starting to move the football, Dustin.
Yes, they are. And, being able to complete those passes like they just did really is, it's going to be key to keeping things open for Miller, making sure that this Canton defense can't just key on them all day long.
Gain to the 41, a gain of 8. From the 33 to the 41, a gain of 8. It's 2nd and 2.
It's looking like one of those days where I might need another column on my sheet for Zach Miller. He's up to 19 carries already, 97 yards now.
There you go. Good runner will get his yards. Vasquez out, Durbin in, so I'd look for the up back to get the ball here. Let's see how right I am. Doherty up under center. Durbin the up back, Miller in the back. Tailback spot. They give it to Durbin up the gut, and he's got it and then some. Needed to get to the 42, and he's out near the 44-yard line, according to my optimistic eyeball. Yep, scored at the 44-yard line. From the 41 to the 44, a gain of 3, and the Hearts have a new first down. New set of downs here with 2:52 to go before halftime.
Durbin getting the tough yards there. Only 8 yards on 3 carries for him, but they've been some big carries in key spots.
Doherty fakes the handoff. Gonna throw. Coming to the near side. Lets it go. He's got him. Carter Hayes grabs it. Inside the 30. On his feet to the 20. Still on his feet. Finally goes down at about the 18-yard line. Great catch, great run after the catch. Carter Hayes, first down, Effingham.
Well, after that run after catch, Billy Arndt might have a little competition for his nickname on this team because I wasn't sure anyone was going to be able to drag Carter Hayes down.
Man, what a run after the catch. He grabbed it at Effingham's. The play was from Effingham's 44 to Canton's 18-yard line. 32 and 6 is a 38-yard pass play. And the Hearts with a new set of downs inside Canton's 18-yard at the Canton 18-yard line. 14-14, and the Hearts on the march. 2:19 to go before halftime. You'd love to go into the locker room in front. Doherty up under center. Deep back Miller coming to the near side. Still on his feet. People missing tackles. He gets near the 10 before they take him down. Zach Miller brought it to the near side, turned it up to the middle, followed his blocking to the 12-yard line. From the 18 to the 12, a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
You always wonder as the game wears on, especially, half here right before halftime, and these guys have been out on the field for a while. Effingham's got a big, strong line, and you have to wonder if that starts to wear down the opponent after a while because we're seeing some much better running plays getting going right now.
Hart shifts to the near side. Deep back Miller's got it. He's got one man to beat. He's still driving. Got near the 10. Let's see where they give him. Nice job by Canton of reacting well. He might have gotten a yard or two. And we've got a whistle. And he's hurting, but everything's moving. I tell you, after this many years, folks, that's the first thing I check on a kid. Make sure everything's moving. You can go from there after that. So an injury timeout by the officials. And the Canton folks bring their folks out. Trainer Troy's here, of course, for the Hearts and the gang from Benuti's. Clock stops with 1:22 to go on the second quarter. Boy, the Hearts had the momentum. And now things are halted to take care of this young man. The training staff's out there, and you hope it's just something minor. Sure changes your perspective when a kid gets hurt. Again, the clock stopped with 1:22 to go in the second quarter, and the Hearts sitting at Canton's 11-yard line here, and it's third down and about 3. There he's up. That's good news there.
That's Cameron Lucas who got up too. He's made a couple big plays for these little Giants today, so they need a guy like that on the field. He seems to be walking all right, so we'll see what might have been the problem there.
Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. He is the one who was on the receiving end of that 63-yard touchdown pass they ended up with.
And he also chased down Billy Art on what would have been a touchdown run otherwise, so a good defensive play for him on the day as well.
So the line of scrimmage is the 11. I might have said the 12. The line of scrimmage is the 11, and it's 3rd and 3 for the Hearts, just outside a minute to go before halftime. So let's see if the Hearts can take care of business here and go into the locker room with a lead. Doherty stays under center, pitch play to Miller. Coming to the near side, look at the blocking. He's still on his feet to the 5 and maybe inside the 5, and that'll be plenty enough for a first down, and the Hearts will have it 1st and goal to go with just outside a minute to go before halftime. From the 11, the football is advanced to the 5 or 4. Call it the 5, a gain of 6, and the new set of downs for the Hearts. 1st and goal to go at the Canton 5-yard line. Durbin the up back in this set, Billy in the slot. You got Miller at the deep back spot. Doherty, handoff, Miller looking, spins, nothing. Might have lost a yard.
Just nothing there that time for Zach.
So that brings up 2nd and goal and timeout Effingham. So the Hearts call time with 50 seconds to go in this second quarter. Back in a minute. It's Effingham 14, Canton 14. Playoff football action on 97.9 XFM. Hearts wanted timeout. They lost a yard on that play back to the 6, so it's 2nd and goal at the 6. Halftime score, it's Bloomington Central Catholic 40, Greenville 28. Flex will have a lot of scores for us coming up at the half. 2nd and goal for Effingham at Canton 6 in this tie game. Doherty up under center. Durbin the up back. Pitch play to Miller. Come on to the near side. Turns it up and he gets inside the 5 to about the 4. And boy, that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and the Hearts probably will call another timeout. Just inside the 5, there's the whistle, and there is a timeout for the Hearts. They'll have 1 left. From the 6 to the 4, let's call it, Dustin, a gain of 2. Flex, let's take a 30-second timeout. Effingham 14, Canton 14 at Canton. Playoff football on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Wayne tells me there's $1,036 in the 50-50 today. Where's Larry Wilson? He likely would go home a rich man. All right, here we go.
12th play of the drive coming up here.
Holy cow. 36 seconds left before halftime. Hearts have it 3rd and goal just inside the 5-yard line in this tie game. Canton and Effingham tied at 14 at Canton, Illinois. And the Hearts line up with Durbin in the up back, Billy in the slot, Miller in the deep back, Doherty up under center. 3rd and goal inside the 5. Looking to throw. Get somebody open. He's got him. No, incomplete. No flag either. So anyway, had Hayes back there and also had Hart. Billy couldn't clear. Carter probably had the best look at it, but it was wide of him. And so the pass is incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And let's see if the Hearts kick. They are going to kick a field goal here. 4th and goal just inside the 5-yard line, so it'll be somewhere about the 11. So about a 21-yard, 22-yard field goal attempt here for Michael Carey. That would give the Hearts the lead with 31 seconds left before halftime. Well, the pass play was the call and came up incomplete. Going to set it up just outside the 11-yard line, so a 21-yard field goal from the right hash mark here. Michael, a soccer-style kicker. Of course, he's a soccer player besides being a football player. The good snap. There's a placement. Kicks up. Kick looks good to me, and it is good, and the Hearts back in front. 17-14 Effingham. 31 seconds left before the half. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this is Ben. Yeah, we have that. I'll send it. Thank you. Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
All right, 31 seconds left before halftime. Hearts back in front, 17-14 on the 21-yard field goal by Michael Carey. 12 plays, 79-yard drive, took 4:33 off the clock. Here's the kickoff from the 40, and he kept it low, so that ought to minimize chances of a run back. Off the hands of the Canton man. Now he gets it back, runs it right up the middle, and he got hit once, but still on his feet out near the 45-yard line before they finally take him down. Great run back, and Canton with pretty good field position with 24 seconds left before halftime.
I think that was Stephen Bittner, number 26, that brought that one back. He's a big kid, 6'1", 175 yards, and he brings it all the way out to the 44. He's a tough guy to bring down.
So 1st and 10 for Canton at their 44-yard line with 24 seconds left before halftime. Well, you know they throw. And I'll bet you Schroed will be airmailing it here in a minute. Hearts got a pick the last time they had the football. Let's see what happens here. Schroed been from the shotgun throughout the first half. Rolling to the near side. Here come the Hearts. Still on his feet, and down he goes. Back out around the 37-yard line. That's a sandwich, man. Arndt got back there. Hayes is back there. And Cole Moran, holy moly, did he get hit. Schroed tried to hang on to it as long as he could, and he held on a little too long. From the 44 back to the 38, a loss of 6, and that ends the half.
All right.
They'll not have to run another play. So the Hearts make a statement on the last play of the first half, and they go to the locker room happy. At the break in this 4A football playoff game, Effingham 17, Canton 14. Halftime show on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Here, and we're ready for the second half kickoff. Michael Carey sets it just right on the tee at the 40, and the Hearts in front here, 17-14 over Canton at Canton, Illinois, as we get things started. And hopefully Coach Mack will have a few games left after this one. That's the thing that looms large in my mind in the background here all through this game. Here comes Carey approaching the ball. There's the kick from the 40, and boy, he belted it end over end. Going to end up at about the 10. That's where it's taken in. They run it up now, going to the far side of the field, and the Hearts cover it much better this time. He's going to get out just across the 20. Nice work that time by the Hearts, as they made sure nothing was going to happen much on that return. Joe Neiman among them in there on the stop for Effingham. Good work by the Hearts special teams on defense that time, as the kick went to Stephen Bittner, and it is going to be at the 22-yard line. So nice work by the Hearts special teams on defense. So 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And that's where Canton will set up shop to start the second half. Effingham leading at 17-14. That Carey field goal came just at a really good time as the Hearts carried the lead into the locker room. Schroed from the shotgun gives the ball off. They come to the near side. Boy, look at him hold on that block. But finally he came off the block, and it ends up out across the 40-yard line. Good run by Quentin Reed, but I'm telling you, the Hearts.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue too much with
I'm telling you, hey, I think it was either Carey or Arndt. I couldn't tell whether it was 15 or 35, but I could send a flag thrown for holding, but it wasn't. 20-yard gain, as it turns out, for Reed out to the 42-yard line, and a new set of downs for Canton on first down. On the shotgun, the handoff to Reed. He comes to the far side, and he's out across midfield into Hart's territory near the 45-yard line, and so Canton's come out with a load of fire in their bellies here.
Absolutely. Quentin Reed more than doubled his rushing total with that 20-yard gain, and they've certainly doubled their output for the game in just the first 2 touches of the half.
10-yard gain into Effingham territory to the 48, so 1st and 10 for the Little Giants. From the shotgun, Schroet fakes the throw, keeps the football going to the far side, gets it near the 40, inside the 40 before they take him down, as Doherty came over from the cornerback spot to make the stop, but all of a sudden, Canton came out with all guns a-blazing to the 39, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. So the Little Giants trying to make a statement here on the first drive of the second half. This is why the Hearts always like the ball to start the second half, because you can do something like this right out of the gate. And let's see what happens here on 2nd and 1. Fakes the handoff. Here's the throw, and the Hearts end up incomplete. Boy, Carey was back there with a shot at it. The intended receiver was Andrew Kane. It went off his hands, but that was really close to being a huge gain for Canton.
Yeah, Kane just had to leave his feet a little bit for that one. It just wasn't quite there for him. Not a perfectly accurate ball, and lucky for Effingham because he was open. But as it is, incompletion that kind of slows the momentum of this Canton offense here. They've been not firing.
10:54 to go in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 1. They run it, and it's going to be real close on the first down. Boy, the Hearts reacted well in the middle. Durbin's in there. Here comes, let's see, who else is in the mix there? Griffin Page, and it looks like they might have it. Nope, they're going to bring the chains out. As they gave the ball, I guess, to Reed.
Yes.
And it's marked at the 38, so that'd be a 1-yard gain, and they needed a 1-yard gain. But, boy, this is really going to be close.
Your guy with the down marker there has got his 4 up, so.
Yeah, he already has it 4th down, but they got it. Half the football, first down, Canton. Half the length of the football, so give him 1 to the 38, and the new set of downs. So he's 1 for 1, my down marker guy.
Okay.
He's 1 and 1 now.
That's okay.
All right, need to seal it up here. New set of downs for Canton at the Hearts 38. Effingham leads at 17-14. We're just into the second half here in this 4A football playoff game at Canton. Schroet from the shotgun. He has been all day. Keeps again. Comes to the far side. Got away from a couple. He's still on his feet, and he's inside the 25-yard line, and that'll be another first down for Canton. Cornerback secondary had to come up and help again there. It's to the 25-yard line from the 38 to the 25, a gain of 13 yards. Schroet kept that time, and a new set of downs for Canton. They're rolling on this first drive after the second half began, and here's another handoff. Reed coming to the far side, turns it up, still some yardage, still on his feet, and he gets near the 20-yard line before they take him down.
You know, Schroet only got his number called 2 times in the first half, so they've already equaled that. Obviously, looks like they're gonna try to go to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, he carried for 600 yards in the regular season. You pointed that out wisely earlier. Gain of 4 from the 25 to the 21. Again, it'll be 2nd and 6 here. So you knew he was a weapon they hadn't mined yet. Here's the handoff this time to Reed, and the Hearts have him stuffed. Take him down. Big loss, and there's a flag. See what that's about. Joe Neiman with a huge tackle for loss on Quentin Reed. And let's see what the penalty's about. The flag's thrown at the 25-yard line, and it looks like it's going to be against the Little Giants, but I'm holding my breath here.
Looks like they're going to.
They may decline it because of the loss.
They are.
So it is a penalty on Canton, and the Hearts decline it because of the huge loss, I think.
Why are we not spotting it back in?
Let me double check here. The flag's at the 25.
He's 5 yards deep.
So the play is refused. So the flag was thrown at the 20, so that's where the infraction occurred.
Well, now,
spotted at the 22. So
that doesn't make any sense. That the original line of scrimmage for that play was the 21.
Yeah,
he lost more than a yard.
He was taken down back near the 30-yard line, but you don't want to burn a timeout to argue the point.
But that's awful.
Well, that's awful. Yeah, so no gain basically is how that turns out. They're still at the 22. There's the pitch to Reed. I don't know what the story was on that. Finally, the Hearts take Reed down, but he gets near the 15-yard line.
I mean, you're
that
talking
made no
5
sense.
yards there.
Well, what they did was they administered it like it was a penalty, but they declined the penalty. The Hearts took that man down well back near the 30-yard line. As it is, they left it at the 22. There's a 7-yard gain. And so they've got a 4th down and about 1 at the 15, Dustin, a gain of 7. So it's 4th and 1 at the 15-yard line. I'll have to be somebody smarter than me to figure that one out, but the coaching staff up here beside us don't like it any better. So it's 4th and 1 at the 15-yard line. I don't understand why that was at the 22. He was sacked way back here near the 30-yard line anyway.
Yeah, it's a mistake. That's all there is to it.
So Canton calls timeout here. So timeout Little Giants. 9:36 to go in the third quarter. I still cannot figure out why that spot was where it was. Timeout Canton. Let's take a 30-second break, Flex. I'll get over my mat here in 30 here on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes, or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
Got an update on the Bloomington Central Catholic Greenville game. BCC up 54-28 now.
Wow, Greenville number 1 in our group of 8. And Bloomington Central Catholic, a proud football tradition, though. All right, it's 4th and 1 at the 15. Canton with the ball on the Hearts' 15-yard line. Effingham leads at 17-14 in this first drive of the second half. Schroet, Reed by his side in the shotgun. Boy, this would be a huge stop here. Here's the handoff. Reed's got it. He's through the middle. He's got plenty. And he's near the 10-yard line and a new set of downs for Canton. Boy, I tell you, that spot on that play could loom large here. As it is, the ball is advanced to the 11. So from the 15 to the 11, a gain of 4. They needed 1, and it's a first down for Canton. 9.5 to go in the third quarter. So let's see what happens here. Ball at the 11. It's at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Reed gets the handoff. He's up the middle, and Cole Moran and friends there to stop him. Maybe a 1-yard gain. Moran helped. Also, Griffin Page came up and call it the 10, about a yard of gain, and so it's 2nd and 9 at the 10. So they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. 17-14 Effingham. We're in the third quarter of this 4A football playoff game at Canton. If the Hearts win, they come home next weekend. Again in the shotgun. That's where they've been the entire game. Schroet looking. There's the pitch to Reed, and he got away, and he's got a nice gain. He got up in the air, and the Hearts take him down. That was a dangerous play.
Yeah.
As the Hearts could have done make-a-wish on him if they'd wanted. As it turns out, he gets the ball inside the 10. It is spotted at the 5, so a gain of 5. So that'll bring up a third and about 4. They've got 4th down on the board, but it's 3rd down. I'm sure it is. Sideline man.
Yeah.
He and me, we got this thing. We're working together. Here's the snap. And they kept Schroet, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Zigzagged his way up the middle. Now there is a flag back at about the 8-yard line. Let's see what that's about.
Down at the 7-yard line.
So the Schroet, the quarterback, in for the score, and it's coming back.
All right.
Good news for the Hearts. Let's see if we can mark this one off this time. Illegal formation, so that should be 5. And that's good news. Line of scrimmage was the 5, so it should push it back out to the 10, and it does. So now they've got 3rd, then about 9 at the 10. So it's 3rd and 9 at the 10. 8:36 to go in the third quarter. Schroet, as he's been all day, from the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff They give it up the middle, and he's still on his feet near the 5, and down he goes at about the 5-yard line, so that'll be enough for, and there's a late flag right in the middle of the scrum. And let's see what that's about.
That was Cameron Lucas carrying the ball, by the way, his first run of the afternoon.
They took it up the middle. The ball's at the 5. Now let's see what the penalty's about. So it's at the 5, which would be a gain of 5, and that'd be close to a first down. It'd be 4th and about, 4? 4th and about 4 at the 5. But let's see what the play's about first. After the play, personal foul. And it's on both teams. Each team assessed a personal foul, so wipe it off. So the gain is 4 to the 5. And so it's 4th down and about 4. So offsetting penalties from the 10, the play to the 5, Dustin, a gain of 5. They can get to the 1 for a first down or to the goal line for a touchdown. So it's 4th and 4. And let's see whether they kick or go for the touchdown. And it looks like they're going to kick.
And they've got quite a bit of a personnel change there.
And I don't see Schroed anywhere out there, so mark that. So it's going to be Ethan Hoffman to try a field goal attempt to tie the game. And they're going to set it down at about the 12, so a 22-yard field goal attempt to tie the game. There's the placement. The kick is up, and the kick is end over end and good, and we're tied. So the Hearts stuffed the touchdown, but the field goal ties the game. It comes with 8:09 to go in the third quarter. It's Effingham 17, Canton 17 here at Canton. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM. Here's Hoffman's kickoff, not too deep. Hearts take it at about the 15-yard line. That's Nick Berger going to the far side of the field, out across the 20 and near the 25-yard line. And that's where the Hearts will sat across the 35-yard line. So a nice run there. Took it about the 10 or so, out across the 30. And the Hearts again with pretty good field position to start the drive. Call it the 34-yard line. The drive for Canton, impressive. 13 plays, 73 yards, took 3:51 off the clock, but the Hearts at least held them to the field goal. Hoffman from 21 yards, that ties the game at 17-17, so now it's Effingham's turn.
The way that drive started probably worked out well for Effingham to only give up the 3 points.
I agree with you. Doherty up under center. Here comes the Hearts. A nice run by Miller, still on his feet. He's out near midfield before they take him down. Another first down for the Hearts as Zach Miller comes to call.
That'll work.
Good blocking, no doubt, out to the 47-yard line. So from the 34 to the 47, a gain of 13. And the new set of downs for the Hearts. 17-17 now. Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. 3-hour drive from Effingham to Canton. I hear it's a 3-hour drive home. Doherty up under center as he has been throughout the game. Deep back Miller gets the handoff, turns it up, and boy, nothing. Well, might have got a yard or two. Out near the 49 before they take him down. But they're defending it pretty well that trip. Nope, going to hold it at the 48. So no gain. So 2nd and 10. Yeah.
I think it's going to get a yard out of it.
Give me a yard. I'm with you. It's at the 46. Yeah, gain of 1. 17-17 game. Doherty on 2nd and about 9. Aren't shifts. Now they brought Carter Hayes. Too many men moving. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off on Effingham. Somebody must have heard something. So from the 48 back to the 43, and now that'll make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, just a couple different Effingham players jumped there, and maybe a little bit of miscommunication there on the line.
Well, Billy shifted to the slot, but then Carter went over here from the tight end spot and went toward the line of scrimmage. So evidently he thought the play was engaged. So that moves it back 5.
Durbin out, Vasquez in. Now you see where they might put the ball in the air, move back a little bit.
Doherty checking the plays, and Doherty from the shotgun with Miller by his side. High snap, but he's got it. Throws to the far side. He's got it, and Vasquez grabs it, and he's into Canton territory and still on his feet to the 39-yard line or so. Nice play. Good grab by Drew. Hearts get a first down.
And the thing is, Vasquez had to come back for that a little bit. He had to stop short, reach back for that, and then was still able to make a quick move after securing the catch to get a little bit of extra yardage on the end of the play. He could have very easily been cleaned up right as soon as he made the catch, but managed to make a pretty big play out of it.
14-yard gain to Canton's 38-yard line, and the Hearts are on the move here in this 17-17 tie. Snap. Fakes the handoff, going to throw, got a man, get him. Oh, it's a pick. No, it's incomplete. Wow. Actually, it turned out pretty well. Vasquez and Quentin Reed were back there for Effingham and Canton, respectively. Reed had a better chance at that one as it was a little too much air, but Reed couldn't corral it. It falls incomplete and stops the clock with 6:26 and makes it 2nd and 10. That was scary because Reed had the best shot at that one. So it's 2nd and 10. Hearts with the ball at Canton's 38, 6:26 to go in the third quarter in this tie football game. Doherty stays in the shot. There's the snap. Handoff to Zach Miller, still on his feet. He's inside the 30 and about the 28-yard line, near another Hearts first down. Good run by Zach coming to the near side. They got Cayley out there. You got Cole Moran. You got all these guys out there in the middle, and Grant Peggish came over from the center spot to help. And it is enough for a Hearts first down. From the 38 to the 27-yard line, a gain of 11.
Zach broke 2 tackles and then took 2 additional players to bring him down at the end of that play. Just kind of tough running that we have really expected to see out of it, all these Effingham backs over the course of the year.
So 1st and 10 at Canton's 27-yard line. Still in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Rolling to the far side. There's a throw. He's got a man. It's Vasquez, and it's incomplete. He overthrew everybody.
Yep.
As it was 1-on-1. The intended receiver was Vasquez. Jeremy Suddeth was out there for Canton, and Kevin saw the purple and threw that one a little off.
Vasquez had a step on him. I think if Kevin sees that and gets rid of that one a beat earlier, then that might work out a little bit better, but I think he felt like he had to lead him a little too far, and that one just ended up, it wasn't even going to be a catchable ball if Vasquez could have gotten to the spot.
So the incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Hearts with the ball at the 27 of Canton in this 17-17 tie. You got Billy in the slot. You've got Miller at the deep back spot in this set. You've got Durbin out here at the tight end spot. Miller gets the handoff. Durbin came over, got him a block. Turn it up, Zach. Yeah, and he got it inside the 20. Good run on 2nd down there. Good gain inside the 20.
You weren't sure much was going to be there, but it's another one of those cases where he bides his time, finds his hole, and manages to dive through it and pick up a pretty decent gain there.
Call at the 18-yard line. So from the 27 to the 18, a gain of 9, and it's 3rd and about 1.5. Hearts want to keep this drive rolling now inside the Canton 20. Back up under center, Doherty here on 3rd down. Pitch to Miller. Got a lot of blocking. He's still on his feet inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Effingham!
Billy Arndt, another big block there.
Great block by Arndt. And nice run by Zach Miller. And the Hearts are back in front. It's 23-17. Comes with exactly 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Great run, great blocking. Hearts back in front. An 18-yard run by Zach Miller, which gives him 26 touchdowns on the season.
Yep.
Nick Jones, my man Nick Jones, has the record for most touchdowns in a season with 28. We'll see if that stands after today or not. Extra point try now from Doherty's hold. Michael Carey. The snap from Cole Moran, the placement, the kick is up, it looks good, and it is good. And the Hearts by 7, 24-17. 5 minutes to go, third quarter here at Canton. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
All right, a nice drive. 8 plays, 66 yards, took 3:09 off the clock, highlighted by Zach Miller's 18-yard touchdown run. Michael Carey's kick was good, and the Hearts are back in front, 24-17. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter in this 4A playoff game. Carey approaches it at the 40, boots it high end over him. This is inside the 10. It's taken at the 4, and they drop it. They pick it up at the 10. Now they try to run it up the middle of the field. It's Bittner. He's loose. He's out to the 25 and near the 30-yard line before they finally take him down. Boy, that could have been disastrous for Canton. As it is, they got the ball out across the 30-yard line to start the drive.
You know, securing those kicks has not been a real strength for Canton. They don't field them so well, but once they get running on the return game, they do a pretty good job. Even there, gets it out to the 30-yard line, so a 26-yard return. 31-yard line, make it 27-yard return.
So 1st and 10 for Canton at their 31-yard line. 4:51 to go in the third quarter. Hearts lead it again, 24-17. It's been a dandy. Again, the winner will play at home. The Hearts, if they win, would play at home next week. Bloomington Central Catholic is currently leading Greenville. The winner would be the Hearts' opponent. From the shotgun, as he's been all day, Schroet looking to throw across the middle, and it's caught out here, and then immediately he's taken down. Nice hit by Vasquez coming up from that free safety spot, but the catch is made nonetheless by Cameron Lucas, and it's complete to the 45-yard line. So a 14-yard gain from the 31 to the 45, and a new set of downs for Canton. Boy, what a nice stick by Vasquez after the catch, and he's about a foot shorter than Cameron Lucas. Schroet keeps it up the gut, and the Hearts stuff it pretty well. Got about 3. Griffin Page, nice job of coming up and meeting him head on. Call it the 49, though, from the 45 to the 49, Dustin. That'll make it 2nd and 6. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. A reminder, Wayne is the Wayne sickle out there, freezing up out in the stands, and he'll have the video for us. Watch for it on the website. Schroet rolls to the far side, looking to throw. Now he tucks it in. He's into Effingham territory, still on his feet at the 40-yard line. Schroet faked pass, tucked it in, or it was a fake all along. It's a gain to the 40 from the Canton 49 to Effingham's 40, a gain of 11, and a 1st and 10 for the Little Giants. This is how their last drive started, you'll remember. Gained a lot of yardage, eventually settled for a field goal. Hearts since then scored, and they're back in front, Effingham is, 24-17. Schroet on 1st and 10. Handoff. Coming to the near side. Quentin Reed looking at him pick his way through traffic. He's still on his feet. Goes up the sidelines. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 20 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Canton. He had a lot of people that could have made the stop there, frankly. And Reed just kept moving. Nobody ever tackled him, and touchdown Canton. And it's a 24-23 game. Score comes with 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Boy, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, just quite frankly, that's that's one of those things where just not a lot of good tackling going on there. A lot of guys around him. Nobody could really bring him down, and ends up being a 40-yard touchdown.
They'll kick for one here. Hoffman for the kick. There's the snap, the placement, the kick's up. It looks good, and it is good, and we're tied again. Wow. Quentin Reed in a touchdown that should not have been. 40-yard touchdown run along the sideline. We're tied at 24. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this is Ben. Yeah, we have that. I'll send it. Thank you.
Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
Here's the kickoff. Oh, it's short and down the middle. Hearts could get some good return here. Oh, it's off the hands of Vasquez, and now here comes Canton. Hang on to the football, Drew. Coming clear across the field. Now turns it up at mid-range across the field and got it out to about the 20. Again, he had it or tried to pick it up. Couldn't get the handle, regained possession, but it's going to end up maybe shy of the 20. So 1st and 10 for Effingham at the 19-yard line. The drive there, 4 plays, 69 yards, took a minute 23, and Quentin Reed took it in from 40 yards out. And I'll let you see the video. A little disappointing, but the kick was good, and Canton's come back to tie the game 24-24. 3:29 to go in the third quarter as the Hearts get the ball on offense. Doherty up under center on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. That's Miller. Swings it to the near side, out across the 20 on 1st down. And a gain of 3 or 4. And little by little, the yards continue to accumulate. Boy, the Hearts' big O-line, you have to figure, is going to take a toll on Canton sooner or later in this game. Out to the 22, 21. Gain of 2, be 2nd and 8. Ball was at the 19 and they gained 2, so that ought to be 2nd and 8. At least that's what they taught me in math. Ball at the 21-yard line according to the scoreboard. 2:50 to go, third quarter in this tie game. Doherty ready. Here's the snap. Faking the handoff, looking to throw, got time. Now he tucks it in. There's a flag. That's probably a hold. Doherty to the far side, and he runs out of bounds about the 23-yard line. My guess is that's a hold. It came in the Hearts' backfield.
Yeah, whenever a play gets ends up running that long, usually somebody's going to have to hold in order to keep the pursuit from getting to the quarterback, and I would imagine that's the case there.
Mark DiMarzio, the referee, talks it over with Canton. Canton may say, nah, we'll just take the play, because they're in pretty good shape if it is declined. They're still talking. Got to pick up the flag. They are going to take the penalty. And that'll push it back inside the 10. Wait a minute. Where was the flag? So it was a 10 yards for a hold. Why are we going back there? Ball's back to the 6. So the only thing I can figure is the penalty occurred at the 16 and then the 10-yard walk-off?
So it'll go as a...
Why is it back to the 6? Anyway, it's back to the 6. So it's 2nd and 23 for Effingham at their 6-yard line. And they bring it out to the near side. Zach Miller gets it out across the 5 eventually. Still on his feet. No, they do say he's out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So a pretty good run. Got some of the yardage back.
Yep.
And the clock stops with 2:29 as he went out of bounds. They'll score it at the 13-yard line, a gain of 8. And so it's 3rd and 16 now. So you'd assume we're throwing the football here. Durbin out and Vasquez in. Drew split here to the near side. Haven't thrown to Billy much. Let's see what might happen here.
Would be interesting. Tough guy to bring down. You know, just a little dump off to him and let him do a lot of the work.
Doherty from the shotgun looking to throw. Here comes Canton. There's the pass. It's caught out there by Art, and down he goes at about the 10-yard line.
R.J. Shortness there, number 6, comes up with a big hit there.
Well, they ran the play I wanted, and it ends up back at the 10-yard line. So that's a loss of 3 on that pass play. And it's 4th down and a whole bundle, and now the Hearts are going to have to punt from just about the end zone. Oh, well, what a turnaround here. First, the Reed touchdown, and now lots of problems here. Hearts hustle everybody additional off the field. Kevin Doherty, big old punt here, back in the end zone. So the senior looking for some big foot here. Hearts are talking it over, and the Hearts are going to call a timeout. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're running out of time on the play clock.
Well, man, you weren't. All right, so timeout, Hearts, with 1:36 to go in the third quarter. And let's take a 30-second break, Flex. It's 24-24, Effingham and Canton tied at Canton. Football action on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at FNMFord.com.
Greenville trying to make a comeback. It's 54-35 now, BCC.
All right, thank you, Flex. Appreciate the update here. With a minute 36 to go in the third quarter, it's Effingham 24, Canton 24. Hearts back at the 10-yard line. They're going to have to punt the ball out of here. So Kevin Doherty, they've got Michael Carey back there to punt.
Yep.
So they're going to switch. So Mr. Foote is going to try the punt. Michael hasn't punted in a game in a while. So we'll hope for a good snap here and plenty of time to get set. He's back on the goal line, actually into the end zone, where he's going to kick this ball probably from about the goal line. So Carey's got plenty of foot. He had to move for the snap, but he gets it, and a good boot. Boy, hits a missile out here to midfield. It's taken right at the midfield stripe. Now let's see if we can get a tackle, and down he goes at about the 40-yard line. The man who received was Cody Smith, a senior, took it right at midfield and returns the ball to Effingham's 39-yard line. Boy, I tell you, that could have been a lot worse.
Sure, I mean, you got to get a good kick there in that situation, and they did. That's all you can ask for. I mean, a 39-yard field, obviously not ideal, but yeah, as you said, could have been disastrous.
Well, that was some shot by Carey. That was just what the doctor ordered. All right, still, they have it 1st and 10 at Effingham's 39 in a tie game with a minute 22 to go in the third quarter to start this drive. And there's a fumble. Reed fumbled it, and he recovered it, but back at about the 45. And good hustle in there as the Hearts got in there and made the stop quickly as Carter Hayes, before he could get up and advance the football back to the 44, so a 5-yard loss, and it'll be 2nd and 15. Well, that's helpful.
That's exactly what you needed there.
So 2nd and 15 now for the Little Giants, back to the Hearts 44. So let's see what's up here on 2nd and 15. Still got 1st and 10 on the board, but I promise it's 2nd and 15. Here's a pitch to Reed, and he's going to throw, looking to throw. Get him, take him down, boys. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 40, and then goes down at about the 38-yard line. Well, they'd faked the handoff. Reed slipped over to the sidelines and was set up to throw, but thankfully everybody did their job downfield. There was no one to throw to, and eventually he advances it back to the 40. So a gain of 4. That'll make it 3rd and 11 now. So 3rd and 11 for Canton at Effingham's 40. So far, the Hearts have prevailed. Let's see what happens. Schroet from the shotgun on the 3rd and 11 here at the 40. Fakes the handoff. Schroet going to throw across the middle, and it is caught for a touchdown. Caught for a touchdown. Reception by Cameron Lucas, and Canton takes the lead 30-24.
Just over the outstretched arms of Kevin Doherty, who came in there trying to get a hand on it. He leapt for it, but just could not quite tip it. And once that one got into the hands of Lucas, there was no one between him and the end zone. A 40-yard touchdown.
Yep, soon as he caught it, you knew he was gone. So Lucas, the sophomore, makes the grab. A 40-yard pass completion. Boy, they've had touchdowns of 40 yards, 40 yards. Whew. They're back in front, 30-24. Here's the kick by Hoffman for the extra point. Snaps high, but they get it down. Here's the kick, and it looks wide left. No, it's good. Just inside the left upright. 31-24 Canton. 30.5 seconds to go third quarter. Kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Choose from over 10 acres of new Chevrolets and Toyotas during our model year closeout, going on now. On special sale is the #1 selling car in America, Toyota Camry. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or danheck.com online.
Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's the kickoff. Hearts' Zach Miller gets the ball at about the 15-yard line. Still on his feet. He's out across the 35 near the 40-yard line, so pretty good field position for the Hearts to start the drive, but now they're playing from behind. Canton in front 31-24 with 25 seconds left in the third quarter. That drive, 3 plays, 39 yards, 52 seconds, even though it was a 39-yard drive, a 40-yard run, 40-yard pass play, to Cameron Lucas. The kick's good by Hoffman, and Canton's back in front 31-24, just their second lead of the afternoon.
Big plays have been a big story for the Canton offense.
You know it. 1st and 10 at the 38, Doherty under center on first down. And they run it to the near side, and it's out across the 40-yard line. Zach Miller with some yardage on first down.
Yeah, good run from Miller there. Had a tackler on his leg, but drugged the guy a 3 extra yards and gets you into a much better second down situation.
From the 38 to the 42, a gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6. 31-24 Canton, and that was the last play of the third quarter. All right, what will the fourth quarter bring? I'm sticking around. More to come in a minute. It's Canton 31, Effingham 24, playoff football on 97.9 XFM.
Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family. You can depend on us for all your health needs. Over 20 years of service to our community. Call 342-9393. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family.
All right, 2nd and 8. Effingham with the ball at the 42-yard line. Canton in front of Effingham, 31-24 as we start the fourth quarter of football. It's been a back-and-forth game, to say the least. A number of ties, a couple of lead changes. Canton in front right now as we start the fourth quarter of play. Hearts with the ball, 2nd and 8 at their 42. Kevin Doherty up under center. They shift Art. And here's the handoff to the up back. That's Travis Durbin, and he got near the 45 before they drive him back. And let's see where the spot of the football to the 44-yard line, a gain of 2. So that'll make it 3rd, about 4. Ball at the 44-yard line. Hearts have scored 4 times today. Let's see about a 5th on this drive. Doherty under center. Deep back, that's Miller. And down he goes. Yep. One man. Otherwise, he had a big field on the near side of the field here, and one man got him tripped up. That was taken down by Kelly Smith, a junior.
Yeah. Kelly Smith was laying on the turf, but he managed to trip him up, and that's all she wrote. So it's going to be a punt situation now for the Hearts.
So 4th and back to the 46. So 4th and, say, 6 at the 42. So 4th and 6 at the 42. It's just into the fourth quarter, so you wouldn't suppose anything fancy here. Doherty's going to punt. They do have Neiman out here split wide to the left, but they are going to punt. Kevin puts some foot into it, keeps it in fair territory. The ball's taken at the 20. There's a flag. Well, could there be a flag back there? Maybe a hold on them. Let's see. The ball's returned about to the 30 or so. Now let's sort out what the flag's about. Surely that's a hold on Canton. It's the only thing that would make sense.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could be. They're cheering on the Canton sideline now.
A face mask call on Effingham.
So at the end of the run,
to the 33, and then 5 yards after that to the 28. Pardon me. The ball was returned to the 28, and then 5 yards after that. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Little Giants at their 33-yard line. And we're down to 10:33 to go. Remember, the Hearts had to burn a timeout earlier in the half too, so that'll factor into the Hearts' thinking. 31-24 Canton. Boy, we had the mystery spot on that one play. Tough afternoon. All right, Schroet been in the shotgun. Man in motion comes to the middle, and they run him up across the middle now, and a good gain out across the 40-yard line. And that's enough, I think, for a first down. That was Brendan Bergstrahl. We hadn't seen him carry the ball, and he gets it to the 43, and that's a new set of downs from the 28, actually the 33 to the 43, a gain of 10. And that's enough for a first down for Canton. So 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Canton with the lead in the ball here in the fourth quarter. Schroet Takes the snap. There's the handoff to Quentin Reed. He look at him go up the middle. Gets it into Effingham territory near the 45-yard line before they take him down. Travis Durbin with about his 900th tackle of the season. Man, he's had a year. To the Effingham 46 and another first down from the 43 of Canton to the 46 of Effingham. A gain of 11 and a new set of downs for the Little Giants. And they'll run as much clock as they can. Nope, they're not. They're moving it right along. Reed up the middle again. This time they slowed him down. He does get it inside the 45 to about the 42. Cole Moran among them back there in the back of the pack. Got the stop to the 43, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So to the Effingham 43. Schroet brings a man from the near side, fakes it. Schroet kept it up the gut. He takes it inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Gain of 4 more. Oh, they're spotted right at the 40. Gain of 3. To the 40. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 5. Need to get the ball about the 35-yard line for a first down. Down to 9:14 to go. Again, Canton leads it by a touchdown. They've got kids on the sidelines calling in the plays too. Schroet 3rd and 5 from the 40. There's the handoff. No, he kept it. Comes up the middle and the heart stuff it. Nice work by Griffin Page especially. Came up and stopped him short of the first down. Good work by Page. It's just inside the 41. That should be short of the first down. Should bring up a 4th down. Obviously, they'll go for it. They're into Effingham territory, but they're going to bring the chains again. I think it's short because it looks like the stick's right about the 35-yard line. Let's double check, though. I said the 40 a minute ago. I'm sorry. Actually, the 35-yard line is what they're trying to get to. And it's short, about a half a yard. So it is 4th down now for Canton, but again, they're just shy of Effingham's 35-yard line. You would presume here they'll just try some running play because it is 4th down. If it was 3rd, you might think about a pass, but I'm pretty sure they'll just go for it here.
Yep.
All right, so 4th and less than a yard. Boy, a stop here would be huge. Schroet's going to stay in the shotgun, too, so the Hearts have got an opportunity. They rushed the line. They didn't jump offside, though. Now Schroet checks the sideline again, and we've got a whistle, and they call time. Yes, Canton calls timeout. When the Hearts didn't jump, the Little Giants want to talk it over. So timeout, Canton. 8:38 to go in the game. It's Effingham trailing Canton. Canton 31, Effingham 24 here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Buddy's scorekeeper's nightmare there, buddy. All right, 4th down, less than a yard. Just shy of Effingham's 35-yard line. Canton leads it 31-24. Big play? You bet. See if the Hearts can get a stop here. Schroet staying in the shotgun. Let's see what happens. He's going to run. Oh, look at the hole. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet. He's to the 20. He's going to score. He had a hole as big as a Mack truck. There was nothing that anybody could even get close to accomplishing there. Took it to the far side, left side of center. It was wide open. And that'll give Canton a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, he had the running back Smith Quentin Reed behind him. You know, the threat of that option pitch there, but Effingham took that away, left him nothing but wide open spaces ahead. 36-yard touchdown and a 2-touchdown lead.
37-24. Here's the extra point try. Kicks up. It looks good, and it is good. 38-24 Canton. 8.5 to go. That's plenty of time to get 2 touchdowns. We'll see what happens. Kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this has been. Yeah, we have that. Send it. Thank you. Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham. where the professionals go to get their parts.
Here's the kickoff. It's short, and it's taken by Vasquez coming to the near side. Hearts could get great field position here. Drew out across the 45-yard line before they take him down, so that helps. Meanwhile, Canton, 6 plays, 67 yards. It took 2:03 off the clock, highlighted by Schroet, the quarterback's 36-yard touchdown run. Kick was good, and they're up 38-24 now with 8:23 left in regulation.
Canton's got 4 plays in this game of 35 yards or more, and they have all either been scoring plays or have led directly to scoring plays.
44-yard line, that's where Effingham's going to start this drive. Down 2 touchdowns. Plenty of time, though. 8:23. Let's see what happens. Doherty's going to go to the shotgun on first down here. Miller by his side. No, it's Billy Arndt. And he runs it up the middle, and he's loose. And he's still on his feet. He's to the 35, to the 30. Pulling people over to the 25, inside the 25-yard line. Billy the Beast. What a run. And he stayed in bound. First down, Effingham. From Effingham's 44, he's inside the 25 of Canton. Call it the 22-yard line. So 6 and 28. That's 34, I think. 34-yard run by Billy Arndt. What a huge run. Holy cow. They're calling it the 23 on the field. I still think it's a 22. From the shotgun, Doherty going to throw across the middle. It is intercept. There's a pass interference call. Noah Lohman was going to catch the ball, probably for a touchdown. Quentin Reed saves Canton a touchdown by committing pass interference. He grabbed him. The ball wasn't even there yet.
Yep.
So from the flag was thrown inside the 20. They'll march it off from the line of scrimmage.
Right, 15.
So from the 22 or 3, that's a 15-yard walk-off pass interference. That's pretty obvious to everybody in town. Half the distance, though, because of the place where it occurred to the 11-yard line.
Right.
So it's about an 11 or 12-yard penalty. So the Hearts get it 1st and 10 at Canton's 11. 8 minutes left. Hearts down 2 touchdowns, but on the move. They've got Neiman lined up alongside Doherty here in this set, so let's see what's going on. Lohman down here to the near side. Miller in motion. Miller's got the football. Turned it up. Oh, he turned it up. Man, he could have gone to the outside, maybe got a lot more, but hey, you're told to follow your blockers. From the 11, no, they send Neiman back out, and Billy's back in now, Art. And let's see what the set is here. They gave him to the 8. That's not inside the 10, is it? To the 8. All right, a gain of 3. So it's on the 9. Pardon me, a gain of 2, Dustin. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9. And they gave it to Doherty, and Doherty keeps, and Kevin decided to keep it, and maybe no gain. Boy, we had such a head of steam up, and now we've spun our wheels this last couple of plays. Call it the 9, no gain. So now it's 3rd down. They can get a first down without a touchdown. 3rd and 8 at the 10 now. 7 minutes to go. So these last 2 plays have been stuffed. Let's see what happens. Doherty from the shotgun on 3rd and 8 at the 10. Time for a big play. Doherty rolls to the far side. There's the throw, and it is... What's the indication from the officials?
And that moves up 4th down.
And incomplete. Stops the clock with 6:47 to go. Sorry, I saw no signal from anybody. My apologies, but I didn't see a signal official signal anything. So it comes up incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th and 8. Clock stops with 6:47 to go. So the ball's at the 10. 2 touchdowns down. Field goal doesn't help you much. And the Hearts have already burned a timeout, so got to see what's going here at the 9-yard line. And play clock's at 20, so they got some time. Boy, they're shifting everything. They're overloading it to the right side. They got 3 receivers over on the right side. Doherty's changing the play. We're down to 11 on the play clock. Doherty's still barking out calls. We've got time still. We're down to 6. Doherty back up under center, 4-3 on the play clock. There's the snap. He's got several people. He throws and touchdown! Drew Vasquez, touchdown across the middle. They've got to call that a catch. I haven't seen a touchdown indication.
I haven't seen any.
No indication from the
It'd be a first down even if he didn't get in the end zone.
Apparently he didn't.
It's Let's see what's the story here. It's a first down, not a touchdown. It's a first down, not a touchdown. Drew Vasquez made the catch, though, from the 9, and it's to the 1. A gain of 8, and that's enough for a first down. So it's first and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Holy moly. I'm sorry, if the guys don't make a call, I'm kind of helpless up here. All right, here's the handoff to Miller. Going, dancing to the end zone. There's that touchdown. Just needed one more play. That makes it a 38-30 game with 6:27 to go. Boy, what a heck of a catch by Vasquez, Dustin. My goodness.
Yep, definitely keeps you in the game, you know. I mean, it keeps you within striking distance when Miller gets in. Now it's going to be on the defense to come up with that elusive stop here.
All righty. Carry to kick here with 6:27 to go. 38-30. Carry for the extra point try here from Doherty's hold. Good snap here. There's the snap placement. The kick is up, and the kick is plenty good. 38-31. Hearts back within 1 score. Now can they stop Canton? 6:27 to go. Kickoff on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
All right, 6 plays, 56 yards, took 2:03, capped by Zach Miller's 1-yard touchdown run. Carey's kick was good, and the Hearts are back within 38-31, still with 6:27 to go.
Facing the biggest defensive possession of the game, obviously. It'd be nice to get a good deep kick here.
Canton had scored 3 straight times before the Hearts had scored. Nice kick inside the 5, and they lost it! Get on that football! It's loose! Who's got it? Canton came up with it. Outside the 15-yard line.
I'm telling you, they have a heck of a time catching those. They bouncing off their chests. I mean, and that time it bounced a long way away from number 26, Stephen Bittner, but he was able to fall on it and bring it out. What are they going to spot that at?
Outside the 15. They'll call it about the 18-yard line. So that's where they'll set up shop, 1st and 10 here at their 18. Now Canton still in front, remember, 38-31, 6:23 to go. Schroet on 1st and 10, brings a man in motion from the far side, and he keeps. He's kept all day, and down he goes this time. Nice reaction by the Hearts this time. Not much gain there. Good work. Cole Moran's got his nose in there again, and who else do I need to give a shout out to? Jordan Coleman's over there. And in fact, no gain, friends. 2nd and 10. Wow, nice reaction by the Hearts defense there. We're down to 5:55 to play, and now's about the time that Canton might be checking the weather and taking their time here between plays. Second, they're actually saying a loss of 1 back to the 17. Schroet comes to the near side. Come up and get him. Somebody's got to help. We got people looking and not tackling, and he's out across the 30 and near the 35 and near midfield before they finally take him down. Neiman had to come back. He went by Neiman earlier as he was watching another spot, and then Joe came back and helped on the tackle. Out to the 47, though. So from the 17 to the 47, a 30-yard gain and a new set of downs here for Canton.
And all of a sudden, Schroet challenging for the team lead in rushing yards. He's up to 111 on just 11 carries.
So a new set of downs here, and Canton taking their sweet time now. They're milking the clock for all it's worth. They've got the touchdown lead here, and we're down to 5:18 to go. And ready to go on 1st and 10, and there's the snap, and there's the handoff to Reed, and he's up the middle, and he's got a big gain going, and somebody better tackle him. He's loose. He may be gone. Carey's trying to get an angle on him. He's in for the touchdown. Little high stepping at the end for emphasis, and that gives Canton the 2-touchdown lead back.
Goodness.
You know, there have been 40 and 40 and 30 and 45-yard touchdown plays. Canton leads it again by 2 scores, 44-31. That comes with 4:59 to go. Boy, you worked hard and you got it back to a touchdown, and Canton has open it up here in the second half.
A 53-yarder there. He's got touchdown runs of 40 and 53 today.
So that comes with 4:59 to go, but bigger than that, it's a 2-touchdown lead again. They'll try for the extra point here. And the Hearts jump but get back in time. There's the snap, the placement, the kick's up, and it's good. And it's 45 to 31. Canton leads it with 4:59 to go. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
Here's the kickoff, hard and down the middle. Taken at about the 15-yard line by Drew Vasquez. He's taken out, his feet are taken out from under him out across the 25-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Canton. They're feeling their oats now. Back up 2 touchdowns. Hearts will have it 1st and 10 out across their 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 28-yard line. 45-31 Canton. 4:55 left. Hearts turn.
It's going to take another quick one here.
Hearts have scored 31 points. That'll win you a lot of ball games, but not today. So let's see what happens. Doherty with Arndt by his side. He's going to throw. Here comes Canton. He's looking. He throws across the middle. He's got Noah Lohman.
He might be gone.
He may be loose. He's got a man to beat, and he gets it to the 30. Nice job of tucking the ball in. Man came up from behind him, took him down, but what a grab by Noah Lohman as the Hearts got him out there. Nice element of surprise as he was way out in front of everybody to the Canton 30-yard line. So from Effingham's 28, is that right,
yes.
Dustin? To Canton's 30. It's a 42-yard pass completion, and boy, Noah Lohman has picked the right time to make some superb catches. All right, 1st and 10 at Canton's 30. Doherty from the shotgun. Hands it off. Billy coming to the near side. Turns it up. Got a good run going. He's on his feet to the 15. Still on his feet inside the 15-yard line, and another first down for Effingham. So they get the huge pass completion to Noah Lohman, and now Billy DeBeast gets him another first down. And Effingham has it inside the 15-yard line. Call it the 13-yard line, I think. Let me double check. It's inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. I don't know why it says 15 on the board. Here's the handoff. Billy again, and he gets dragged down, but he's inside the 10 or near the 10-yard line. So the ball was at the 13, Dustin, and it's advanced to the, where'd we score it? Right on the 10. Gain of 3 for Arndt to the 10-yard line. So it's 2nd and 6. And Doherty's checking the sidelines, and we're got 17 on the play clock. Doherty from the shotgun. Boy, we're taking a lot of time. Down to 3:45 to go. Hearts are back down 2 touchdowns. Now they get Miller in motion to the far side. They're going to throw. Here comes Canton, and down he goes right after he got the ball loose, and now there's a late flag. So Doherty looked like a little indecision, and they sent Miller in motion. Doherty, as a guy blitzed for Canton, got hit just as Kevin let the ball go. Then there was a flag down around the Canton backfield, and let's see what this is about. It's defensive holding. It's on Canton. There's a huge break. A defensive hold on Canton. So that'll move the football from the 10 to the 5, half the distance to the goal. And so now it's 2nd and about 2, 3 maybe.
Doherty in the shotgun.
All right. Here's the shotgun. They give it up the gut. Arndt's driving and diving. Did he get to the goal line? No, just shy. So Billy Arndt took it up the middle, and it gets it inside the 5, and that's the bottom line because it's a first down for the Hearts, and they've got it 1st and goal at the 3 is what they're showing me on the board, Dustin. 1st and goal at the 3. Doherty hands it off. Arndt stuffed. They blow the whistle. He was still on his feet, but they said in the grasp, and so they blew the whistle. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I was arguing about that in the grasp and then nobody'd call it?
I do.
They've called it a couple of times today.
To wind down the clock.
Different officials. All right, so it's second down. They gave him a yard to the 2.
Doherty back under center.
Got to get these plays executed. All right, Miller still on his feet. Knocked him down once, knocked him down again. He's short. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal, and now we're under 3 minutes to play.
Zach did a good job getting a hand down and keeping his knee from touching the ground, but he still, that second effort, he still couldn't push himself in across the end zone line.
So it's 3rd and goal at the 2. Hearts are down 2 touchdowns. They got to get this one punched in, then get a stop. Doherty, 3rd and goal at the 2, up under center this time. Hand off to the deep back. That's Miller. Come on, Zach. Get your head up. Come on. He drives and dives. Touchdown, Effingham. Whew. That's like major surgery. All right, that makes it 45-37 with 2:26 to go, though. Boy, that took a lot of time, but they got it punched in. Now we got an extra point try here to bring it back within 7. So Zach Miller took it in from 2 yards out to make it 45-37. Again with 2:26 left. Carry to kick from Doherty's hold. And the snap. The snap, there it is. Placement, kicks up. Boy, belted it. It's plenty good. 45-38. Hearts down a touchdown. 2:26 to go. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM. All right, that's Zach Miller's 4th touchdown of the day. That gives him 28. That ties him with Nick Jones for most touchdowns in a season. Nick set that back in about 2007. So Hearts are back within a touchdown. Onside kick, and I think the Hearts might have the ball. They tried the onside kick. There's a scrum, and it is, let's check it out. It looks like the Hearts have got the football. The officials are double checking. All the Hearts say they have it. And there's the signal. Hearts football. The offside kick worked.
Who is that? That's.
Let's see who's getting all the high fives.
Is that 62?
Joe Neiman was out there.
It seems like Cayley, number 62, came out of the pile with the football, though.
Could have been Wyatt Cayley. He was right there in the midst. Onside kick is successful, and the Hearts get the football back with 2:18 to go in regulation. The officials are still talking it over. You had to go 10 yards. It did. Ball's looking right at the midfield stripe, right at the 50-yard line. Now they're arguing about whether it went 10 yards.
Whether it might have been touched before it got to that 10-yard barrier. Yep. They're going to say that Effingham touched the football before it got to the 50-yard line, and that negates the play.
So it didn't go 10 yards. Doesn't make any difference who gets the football. It's got to go 10 yards, and then you get it. And so they're going to give it to Canton at the 49-yard line of Effingham. Holy cow. So now Canton's just got to hang on to the football. 2:18 to go. 2:18 to go. Boy, everything. The scrum was on the other side of the 50-yard line. Where the battle was for the football was on the other side of the 50-yard line. So that indicated to us and everybody else here on the Effingham side that it was 10 yards. Well, now the officials decided it was touched at the Effingham 49, and so it didn't go 10 yards, and so it's Canton football. They gave the ball to Reed, and he gets stuffed trying to run it up the middle. Travis Durbin among the others on the stop. Maybe a half yard for Reed, but the bottom line is Hearts don't pull the trigger yet on the timeout. So it's second down. And frankly, Schroed is taking his time. Seeing if the Hearts might jump here. They just obviously want to kill as much clock as they can now. It's 45-38 Canton with 1:40 to go. And there's 6 on the play clock. There's the snap. Schroedt's going to run it. Takes it up the middle. He runs through everybody as he has for a good part of the day. The ball might have got loose, and there's a face mask at about the 40-yard line. That'll give him a new set of downs. As the line of scrimmage, there's a couple of flags thrown. Both officials saw the same thing, I'm sure. And the ball is near or inside the Effingham 40-yard line, just to let you know. Holding on offense, though. Personal foul, face mask on the Hearts. That offsets the plays, so that does not give them a new set of downs.
Okay, so they offset them there.
So offsetting penalties, so we'll do over, which hurts the Hearts the most, obviously, because of time, but the ball's brought back to just inside the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it's like it never happened. The only problem is that the clock went from 2:26 to...
So we're down to 1.5 minutes to go in regulation. It's 45-38 Canton.
Coach Madden starts to see that.
And the Hearts do call timeout. The official indicated to everybody but me, timeout.
5 to go.
So timeout. Ball's now at Effingham's 48. I think we lost a half a yard on that. There's the indication of the timeout. All right, 1:25 to go in regulation. It's Canton 45, Effingham 38. And Flex, let's take a 30-second break. More to come in a moment here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
We're back here at Canton. Just to get you an idea about that Hearts touchdown drive, that last one, 8 plays, 72 yards, 2:33 off the clock. Zach Miller with a 2-yard touchdown run. Kerry's kick was good, and it's 45-38. And again, that gives Zach Miller 28 touchdowns this year, which ties him with Nick Jones for the record. So Miller in the record book one more time. Meanwhile, 1:25 to go in the game. It's Canton leading by a touchdown, and they have the football at the Hearts' 48-yard line. Schroedt's been in the shotgun all day. No exception here. He runs it up the middle. Look at the yardage he's gaining. He's still on his feet. He gets away and finally is taken down by Vasquez. Vasquez may be the leading tackler today, and that's not good when your safety's going to lead you in stops. To the 34-yard line. So from the 48 to the 34, gain of 14 yards, and that's plenty enough for another first down for Canton, and we're down to 1:18 to go. And wind up the clock once they move the chains. And Canton will now really milk it for all they can.
All they got to do at this point is hold on to the football.
Down to 16 to go on the play clock, down to 10. They probably don't care about a 5-yard delay of game at this point. Down to 56 seconds left on the clock. There's the snap. Reed has it, picking his way through traffic, still on his feet up the middle, and he's inside the 20, and that'll be another first down for Canton. And that stops the clock while they move the chains with 47 seconds to go. The ball is at the 19-yard line. So from the 34 to the 19, a gain of 15 yards that time for Reed. And the Hearts call their last timeout. So timeout, Hearts. It comes with 47 seconds left. Canton leads at 45-38. Flex, let's take another 30-second break here on 97.9 XFM.
Federated Auto Parts, this has been. Yeah, we have that. I'll send it. Thank you.
Hot shot!
And that's how it's done every day at Blankenship Auto Parts in Effingham, where the professionals go to get their parts.
47 seconds left in regulation. It's Canton 45, Effingham 38. Well, they'll probably go in the victory formation here. No sense risking a handoff.
Only one time this season, Greg, has Canton rushed for as many yards as they have today. This is going to be their second best game at 324 yards as they get the kneel down there.
Schroed up under center for the first time in the game, I think. Takes the knee, and that knocks it down to 40 seconds. So they'll have to run one more play. They don't start the play clock, which is interesting. But they'll run one more play here. Schroed steps back, takes the knee, and that's the show. Down to 19 seconds to go. Cole Schroed hands the official the ball, and that's going to do it. It's going to do it on a lot of things. Going to do it on the Hearts playoff homes. Going to do it on the Hearts season, and going to do it for Coach Mike McDonald's career. Final score here at Canton High School. Canton 45, Effingham 38. Dan Heck post-game show on the way in a minute. We'll visit with Coach Mack, and we'll also give you an armload of stats. Flex will get us up to date on scores from all over the state, and I'll recap the scoring for you. That'll take a while, too. Again, your final, Canton 45, Effingham 38. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Coach Mack joins me for the post-game visit, and holy cow, I have about 1,000 things I'd like to ask you, but we'll start with a football game. It got to the point in the second half that for everything we did, they had an answer offensively.
Yeah, and we thought we were in pretty good shape in the first half. We played defense. They had a couple of big plays on us in the first half. They hit the first pass play where our secondary got sucked up on their play action, and but allowing that team 2 scores and being ahead 17-14 at halftime, we thought we were in pretty good shape.
Yeah, me too. And I think everybody did. We had the edge on them in yardage and time of possession and everything at the half, but things turned around in the second half. I don't know that they necessarily did much different. It's just that between Reed and Schroed, they did a lot of damage.
Right. Yeah. Those kids are really good athletes. And for the first time all year, it may have been that we got wore down. Man for man out there, except for Evan, everybody was really good size, and we had to work hard on the offensive side, to run our running plays, and then just about every one of our kids are back up there up front, and going back to back offense and defense, and it looked like we were a little bit tired. We missed a lot of tackles in the second half, which that is something that happens when you get a little bit tired, and the kids gave their all. They never gave up all the way up to the point where, we thought we had the onside kick there. And in fact, you guys must have had a pretty good view of that because we're sitting right at the 50. And I thought we got it, and they said we touched it before it got to the 50. And I told the official, says, I don't know for sure, but when I go back and look at the film, I'll make sure I let you know. But that was unfortunate because we had all the momentum going in, and we were confident we could have gone down there and probably tied it up.
Well, you love it that your kids, even though Canton got ahead time and again, here came the Hearts roaring back.
Well, that's the moniker for these kids. They've never given up on anything. They went through their sophomore year, these seniors, and 2-7, and get beat up by a lot of people then. And then last year, 4-5, and we won a couple of early games or score a touchdown, in an early game or in the playoffs last year, just not quite getting there. And then this year, they put the time and effort in. I told these kids, and I said at the pep assembly yesterday, these kids got nothing ever to be ashamed of. Once last year ended, they started up right away in the weight room and conditioning and doing everything it needed to do to turn this thing around and be a playoff team. And, here we jump on a bus, and we're on a bus for 3.5 hours to come up here, and I was impressed by we were loose, we weren't real tight, and we came out and took the opening drive and went right down. I wouldn't know what it was, probably 4, 5, 6 minute drive, and did exactly what we wanted to do early, but they, just had a little bit more steam in the second half, and try as we may, we just couldn't get back over the hump once they took the lead.
It's fun to be back in the playoffs, gut-wrenching as this is, that the season ends just like this, that quick. It's fun to be back in the playoffs, and maybe the kids will note that it is special to make the playoffs, that it's something to hang your hat on.
Well, I hope so, because it is something special, and it's something else I pointed out. Is, this is the only sport that, in IHSA where you actually have to qualify for postseason play. Everybody else it's kind of handed to them. You may not get a good seed, but at least you got a chance, and so you got to earn your way on the football field, and it doesn't just happen on the field. It happens in the weight room, it happens on the track, and it happens, those early mornings or those late nights where you're doing all that extra conditioning to get those 9 games in, and hopefully you do well enough to advance on. And I know the senior group has been great leaders in that aspect, because we'd have our workouts and then they go home and do their own workouts, and that's what it was. All off season during the summer, and hopefully the young guys understand what it really takes to be successful, especially with the schedule and the conference we have now, because it's only gotten tougher. And we have our scenario with the Mississippi Valley. We played Mascoutah and DeValto, and that's going to end up rotating every 2 years. So there's going to be Highland on the schedule, and Jerseyville, and some of those other teams that are involved with that. So, and playing Breeze and Muhammad at the front and tail end of every season, it's a tough schedule, and you have to be prepared physically to be able to do that. And, I couldn't be any more proud of these seniors, because time and time again, and you saw as well as I did, just amazing how, we can give up a big play, and all of a sudden you're a little bit down, and then we come right back and make plays. And Kevin had a tremendous game today. Zach obviously always has a good game. And they shut our middle stuff down, so Travis really couldn't do too much. There's about it seemed like 800 pounds of meat in there, so that the yards he got were really tough. Everybody just contributed. It was a fun group, and it's one that I said, I haven't had a more fun year. I've had some good years as a coach, but none of them, this is up there with any of them, and just because of that group of kids from 1 to 13 are just special kids.
Yeah. Why don't we mention them? I've got a roster up here. I try to make that as convenient for a coach as I can. Do we focus on the seniors, since this will be their last go around?
Sure. I'll just go numerically so I don't forget anybody.
There you go.
Jordan Coleman. Jordan came from out of nowhere. We really weren't expecting him to play a lot, and he really decided to get after it and become more aggressive, and took over an outside linebacker spot for us this year when we were really searching for somebody to jump in there and take it, and he took it and ran with it, and the improvement he made over just the last 6-8 months has been tremendous. We had Nick Berger. Nick Berger, I don't think played last year. He was kind of relegated to being on our kickoff return team this year, and I think he led us in returns and yardage. And, not very big, skinny little guy out there, but hung onto the ball when he was supposed to, and like I said, ended up leading us in kickoff return yardage this year, and just a hard worker. Not great at the home situation all the time, but did the best we could, and we appreciate the time and effort he put in for us. Kevin, what can you say about Kevin? Kevin's been through it all. Last year, when he was a freshman, have a good year, and then a sophomore year, JV, he threw for like 1,300 yards, and last year he had the big disappointment with the broken collarbone in week 2, and if anybody sacrificed, that young man did, because we could have been in a spread offense where we're throwing 30 and 40 times a game, and he probably could have broken the school record in passing yardage, but that's just not the way the coaches felt this was the best thing for our team. And not once did he ever complain about how many passes he had or how many yards he had. He just run the plays, and root for his teammates when they're running the ball and make plays. And you know, when we need him to throw the ball like today, he has always done a good job. You know, and last week he had a good week, and so you kind of got a glimpse of what he could actually do the last couple of weeks when we were forced to throw the ball a little bit more. And so, you know, I really appreciate the sacrifices he made and being a starting cornerback. You know, we knew ever since the freshman year he's probably one of the best athletes on the team. We can remember in the Buck Bowl, him going up, intercepting a pass one-handed in a Buck Bowl, and we're going, you know, if he wasn't our quarterback, well, we need him all the time. We need to play him on defense. And this year we just bit the bullet and said, you know what, he's one of the best athletes. He's got to play on he's got to be on the field, offense and defense. And he just did a tremendous job on both sides. Michael, you just have to laugh. And he is such a character. And, you know, some of the weeks, you know, after we got him initially, all his practices in, and then, you know, soccer started, it was just tough to get him. You know, we might have him for one practice a week, a lot of weeks, and then he's playing 3 soccer games and a football game. And but he just did a tremendous job for us coming in, and really being a first year playing at corner, we just threw him out there. I'm not sure how his mom felt. You know, his mom thought he was just going to be a kicker, and we didn't really let on that he was going to play corner for us. Probably not until the first game of the season when she played all the time. But you know, and he ended up leading us in interceptions this year with 8, I believe, and he just did a tremendous job. His kicking was great. You know, a lot of people gave him a little bit of grief last week with the miss, but you know, he had everything today, and
that punt was huge for the end zone.
Yes, it was, and that's all the kids. That's one thing. You know, we had to call timeout because the shot clock was rolling down, and they go, you know, let's stick Michael in there because he can kick the crap out of the ball, and you know, and he did. So Michael's just done a great job. Travis Durbin, you know, he really picked it up this year, and he's another one that sacrificed because, you know, we come out and take leads this year, and people start throwing the ball over the place. And he's had over 100 tackles, I think, the last 2 years, and you know, I think going into today he had like 74. You know, that's just 2 things: people throwing the ball out on us, and part of it was his own fault because offensively we had a lot of runs and kept time to possession with our clock, and defense early in the year just wasn't out there that much. And you know, he just bided his time and played defense and worked hard. And one of the most intense kids out on the field, but one of the most likable kids you could ever want to know off the field. Just a fantastic kid. Kane Verdine, you know, unfortunately got hurt at the beginning of the year. He was, you know, with us today, but hasn't been able to be on the sidelines much because of his injury, and that's just unfortunate to anybody that would lose their full senior year because of an injury. But you know, he was always with us in heart and in spirit. And we appreciate him just sticking around and helping us out whenever he could. Zach Miller, tremendous athlete, tremendous desire. Just a fun kid to be around. And you know, what can you say? You know, when we needed yards, we go to Zach, and when we needed score, we go to Zach. And you know, he was always up for it, and always get mad when I wasn't calling his number. You know, kind of had to get on him a little bit because he shows his emotion on the field. And, you know, there's other guys we got that can score and so forth and run the ball. But you know, he's going to be missed, and you know, I don't know if that record will be broken in a long, long time because. You know, the line we had up front blocking for him. And, you know, it was just fun young man. Got everything he deserved this year.
And ended up tying Nick for touchdowns in a season.
Oh, did he really?
With that last touchdown. And tied him at 28.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, that's kind of neat. I'm glad I find out about those things after the fact. I never liked to know about that before the fact.
There you go.
Let's see. Billy Art, the beast, the silent one. He's just, oh man, he's just a joy to coach, and he's smart and he's strong, and he does anything you ask him to do with no complaints. He gets hurt every game. You know, he hurt his shoulder today, and sat out probably about 3 plays and then was back in. You know, and Zach, when they had half the yards he had without Billy blocking in front of him. And then, you know, being the second leading rusher on his team, you know, and averaging, he was averaging double digits as far as rushing it per attempt. So, he also was one of our best pass receivers this year. He was a leader by example. And some of the kids I heard talking, because he's such a good guy that nobody ever wants, not that he would ever be disappointed in anyone's effort, but nobody would ever want to disappoint him, because there isn't anybody who's worked any harder than that young man on and off the field. Great family. His dad pushes him and works in the garage and lifting and so forth, and it's just been a pleasure to coach a young man like that. Oh, let's see. He's skipping down to
Wyatt.
Wyatt Cayley.
You're
Wyatt,
like me, gotta love
yeah, Wyatt. I love Wyatt. Wyatt really works hard, and he's got a never-ending motor. But he's one that was going to play a lot this year, and we had to kind of watch his special teams. But great special teams player, great young man. I'm going to remember. One of the things I'm going to remember about him is some of the conversations he had with Patty Wynn before the game. She'd always be there. And if Patty, you're listening, thank you for everything you've done, because you've been an inspiration to our kids. But a couple of kids would talk with Patty before games, and sometimes he'd be out there for 15, 20 minutes and so. And Wyatt's just a great young man. He one of the silent workers, as far as he'll do any dirty work you want him to do and not complain about it, and not complain about being hurt. And he's lining up against Evan. And sometimes you're lining up next to Evan and can't hardly see you. But those two yell and scream at each other all the time, and but they loved each other on the field, and really worked well together in our offensive line. Cole Moran, gosh, he's another one that went through some injuries last year and played, as a long snapper for us. I can remember one bad snap this year, and defensively we overcame that last week against Muhammad. He was going through most of the season without even practicing during the week. Knee problems, shoulder problems. It's just, Troy would say, well, he's going to be a Friday night player for us, because the rest of the week we're just going to get any better. But he was feeling a lot better the last week or so, and was able to get out and practice with us a lot more. Another kid who has a great family that does a lot of things for the program, and a good leader, smart individual. Always has some things to add and try to get the most out of our offense. So he's going to be missed tremendously. Also switching positions around, from center to tackle this year, and it was kind of funny. It's kind of, I don't like to use the word cute, because cute's not a football term, but he wanted to be the left tackle, because he wanted to be the one that's protecting Kevin's blind side, and so he earned that position. He's done a great job with it. Evan Boggs, Big Evan always has the desire, and he gets kind of a bum rap because everybody expects so much from him because he's so big. And, he's still 17 years old. He's one of the youngest guys on our team, if not the youngest senior on the team. So there's a lot of pressure there. He just started figuring it out, and, became a little bit more vocal, sometimes more vocal than the kids wanted him to be, but worked extremely hard, played on both sides of the ball. Really started, over a year and a half ago. He came in during the summer and probably weighed about 370, and I think now he's under 330.
Wow.
He's really worked on getting himself in better shape and being able to play both sides of the football and never wanting to come out. So he's given us a lot and had to overcome a lot as far as what people expect out of him, and we really appreciate what he's done. And
it's a good bunch.
Yeah, we got Noah Lohman, who's been he's one of those individuals who's probably, not gifted real athletically, and he'd probably be the first one to tell you, but, try to use his head and use his arms. He made some great catches out tonight. Last week he made some great catches. And, one of the things he does, and him and Kevin somehow, had something going, mental telepathy or something, because whenever Kevin would have some problems, he'd always find a crease and get open, and he did that today, and blocking on the edge and doing all the little things that you ask somebody to do. And then on the other side of the ball, Carter was, Kevin's main man. Kevin sometimes looked for him a little bit too much, but Carter made some nice catches today too. And Carter's is one of, he may be the most improved individual on the whole team, because last year we didn't want to play him on defense because he was just undisciplined, flying upfield and doing things that we just didn't need him to do. And this year he just figured it out and it clicked. And, listen to him give his goals every week and say, this is what I want to do, this is what I need to do, and this is what I want the team to do. Those are the things that we've been coaching him to do. And it makes you so proud as a coach that kids take to your coaching and they understand what you're trying to do, and then they actually go out and do it. I think that's all in my home.
You got through them. I see your family down there getting colder by the minute waiting on you. Was that your mama down there?
Yes.
I thought I saw her earlier.
She wasn't feeling too well. She tried to come to last week, and she was really disappointed she didn't get to the senior night. But they just live in Springfield, so that was only about an hour and a half drive. So.
For them, yeah. That's good. I tell you, you're a graduate of Teutopolis High School, and that's interesting how that came about. But I've been around long enough. I remember when your dad was there as the superintendent. Remember that crash? I tell you, I know that changed your world in a moment. You were still a very young man when that happened. I think maybe that's why your family is so important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't brought that up forever, but it's special to a guy. And I know that you have kept your family close. They've helped you. Heck, I've seen, Jenna and all of them have worked throughout the years. And that's pretty special.
Jenny and Megan and both filmed. Andy, I think, filmed when he first started and became a coach. And, Jenna was taking tackles for a little while. And she was taking tackles during that the Mud Bowl against Belleville Altoff, and finally she just said, I can't see any numbers anymore, want to stop. My family is great. Thick and thin, hard times when 2 and 7s, and when people are saying, get his butt out of there, he's washed up, and never wavered, never tried to convince me to stop coaching or to coach. They just supported me with whatever. The rest of my family has been, I got family all over the place, but with 11 brothers and sisters, and all of us still alive and kicking. And my mom, who's been without my dad for over 40 years. And it's just the whole group of them has been a tremendous support system. And anytime they've tried to get to games, even though they all have their own busy schedules, it's been really important to me. And so one of the reasons for getting out is to be able to spend a little bit of time with them. And I told them, I says, now I'll have some weekends free, I guess, to get to Springfield a little bit more often, and get a little jealous on Facebook and see some. I got nieces and nephews and I don't get to see, and I regret I had a young nephew that played football in St. Louis, and I never ever got to see him play because his games are always the same nights as our games. So those are the kind of things that were pulling on me, and so those are some things I've looked forward to. Hopefully I'll stay busy, because I know I'm going to miss the coaching. I'm going to miss being out on the field. I'm going to miss the young men. And I've got, Facebook is a wonderful thing, because I've really gotten back a hold of some individuals who I haven't talked to for a while and who don't live around the area. Been wishing me well, and congratulations on the retirement from the football coaching. And it's nice to know you have an effect on some individuals. But it's kind of weird, because they had that little reception last week, and I had all these pocketed kids. It was Jeff Weymouth and Travis Franklin, and those guys from the first year, they're here, and then a few guys from this era, and then Nate's group. And I see all these kids as 17, 18-year-olds, and then to see them having their own kids, and it's just kind of odd for me to picture them that way. But there's a lot of great young men that have come through this program and have made it what it is. And that's why it was important to me to stick around and be a part of it. And I really sincerely mean that because, it wasn't about me. It never was. I had great assistant coaches. I had great coaches this year. And Danny Custer was with me for years, and Terry Riker in the beginning, and, Mike Euler and Tom Fish. And, all those guys are important to me. And they made me what the coach that I ended up being. I took parts in, the best parts of those guys and their coaching and tried to put those within my philosophy here. And, this is what I got.
There you go. Well, I want to say, for some young men that are dear to me, I appreciate the job that you've done being a mentor, being a coach to them. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way, Mike.
Well, it's been a privilege. Effingham's a great community, and they deserve the best. And hopefully, whoever they get in to do this job next year, that the kids will understand the work ethic and help that individual out. And I don't know what coaches are be coaching, but it's going to be different. But it's just time. It's time for me and to get somebody probably a little bit younger in there and deal with the things that are changing in high school football these days that are kind of a pain in the butt, to tell you the truth. And I just don't want to have to deal with that as much anymore. But the most important thing is the relationships, and hopefully I'll continue to have some relationships with all these young men and see them grow up and become adults and family men and members of our community. Something for them to be proud of and for me to be proud of too.
You bet. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
For everything. Hearts coach Mike McDonald.